Yes. Oh. All right, go ahead. Tell her she's been voted off the show. Because she would be voted off the show, Terry.
Well, she's trying to make it her own, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she made it her own.
You know?
Yeah, nobody wants it.
Yes. Wow. But it's selling. It's selling, baby.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
It is.
Every
She's
moose in Canada has lined up at Tower Records to get a copy of that
Of Keisha.
single.
I downloaded it yesterday.
Did you
ya?
really?
For $1, you paid for that?
Yeah,
He
for
didn't say,
$1.
he
I
didn't
paid
say
for it.
legally.
Yeah.
Oh. Steven breaks the law on a daily
He
basis?
breaks the law on a daily basis.
Wow, I didn't know it was in his blood.
Mm-hmm.
I look at you differently now.
I sped on into work today, too.
Why don't you...
I speeded.
Oh, okay. So you feel downloading illegally is the equivalent of speeding going 56 and a 55. Is that right?
Didn't really download
You're not
the song,
stealing from anyone's pocket, especially Keisha, who could certainly use it. One hit and out. You,
If I was going to record it, I'd record it from the station.
Mm-hmm.
I'd get it free that way.
Yeah.
Get it free some way.
Why don't you get on iTunes and start legally downloading stuff?
I should, yeah. I should get an iPod.
You don't have an iPod?
I don't.
How do you not have an iPod?
You
Who
don't
the
have
hell
an
doesn't have an
iPod?
iPod?
I don't,
Man.
Anti-iPod.
Really?
Just because he doesn't have one, he decides he's anti-iPod guy.
It puts...
It makes it sound cooler that he doesn't have an iPod. Oh, wait,
Right.
that's kind of cool. He's anti-iPod.
Right. I'm not going to be like all you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm anti-personal helicopter.
Right.
yeah, me too.
I don't want one of those piece of crap things.
Well, you guys don't know what you're missing. Wow. iTunes is, even if you're not into the iPod itself, iTunes is so killer. Gotta have iPod. I mean, iTunes.
Well, either one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
It is.
So iTunes is putting people like me out of business that make mixed CDs for people.
Yeah.
That's really what it stems
So.
from.
Truly.
He like
there's
went
no
to a
question.
party once with a big stack of mixed CDs, and some guy showed up with an iPod.
Right.
But
Screwed
it was
him.
too
That's basically the middle finger to a guy like me.
Not getting the same amount of bids on eBay, huh? Was that right? Not as much volume, not
Well,
as
no,
much,
just in general, listening to and
not as much action on your.
nobody asked me to make them anymore, so it's
Wow.
tough.
He is the master of mixed CDs. He makes great mixed CDs.
He does.
Well, it's not needed anymore. It's
No.
a commodity
That's the
that
point,
you
yeah.
could make mix CDs on your own now. You don't need Kilbreth to make your mix CDs. Back in the day, we did. We were all nice to them.
Yes.
Right.
Now we can just put him in the garbage.
Right.
With his mixed
Nice.
CDs.
Oh,
I don't need to put a label on my iPod every time I put a new song on there.
that's right.
Well, I love making labels,
You
too.
love it.
You're a great label maker.
What do I do with my time now?
Well, you got more time for Campbell.
That's true. And my son, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
you do have a child.
You get to keep those?
You don't abandon them for matinees every day.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It is interesting.
Yes.
How is going home and, you and Ben?
It's actually going better than it had at the beginning. But
Wow.
it's,
Really?
We didn't hear anything bad at the beginning. What happened at the beginning?
it wasn't bad. It's just an
wasn't-
adjustment.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he was fine.
Was it
It's
crimping your lifestyle?
just- I do so much. You
Wow.
know, it's great. I couldn't go work out. I couldn't, all of these things I used to do.
Oh, yeah.
No,
That workout
it's
is
been.
definitely missing.
Today we're going to the Duval Farmers Market together. so it'll be
fun.
So
Yeah,
it's their
it's a beautiful
first day
day.
ever. So
I hope you didn't have one of those Ben Affleck Jersey Girl moments. I'm sure you saw the movie.
I did see the movie.
Where he turns to his child and says, I want my life back.
oh no, I haven't done that.
Okay, good. Because that even gut-wrenched my inner being.
Yeah,
To have to see a father say that to his child.
yeah, J-Lo's child, right?
Yeah. Even worse, you're right. J-Lo's child.
I just saw a guy say that on Springer last week. He says he kicks the toys when he walks by. He resents his child so much.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Really?
Wow.
He goes, I gave her $700 for an abortion.
Stephen was backstage, but he got bumped.
He was next, huh?
No, he's taking him to the farmer's market, right?
Yeah, we had a good time.
What do you buy there?
Well, I don't know. It's their first day ever.
Hey.
They're going to come home with 4 farmers.
All right, yes.
Yeah, I'll take that little guy over there, and that guy looks kind of lonely. I'll take him. Can you put him in paper or plastic? What do you do here?
I love farmers market.
The
something to do.
farmer's
It's fun.
market.
Fresh fruits and veggies.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
That's what you get there?
I've not been to this one.
Flowers.
It's the first day ever. So.
So it's just you and your son going to the farmer's market?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know many people. so
Wow.
I don't know if anybody would want to go.
So you put him in the car seat.
Nah, front seat. He rides
He
shotgun.
rides in your lap.
We ride dirty together.
The T-Man. I have a chance to...
Paris is burning with an all-new romance.
Oh, geez.
That's Paris in a brown wig.
Yeah, she broke up with Stavros Niakraus.
Yeah. Stavros number 2.
Yeah, so she's got a new beau at her side when she's shopping. Wait till you hear this.
Burning with an all-new romance. That's Paris in a brown wig with her new reported beau, quarterback cutie Matt Leinart, shopping in Los Angeles.
I'm so gled the Jets didn't draft that gay boy. Are you serious?
Whoa, really?
He's now hooked up with Paris Hilton.
Oh, my God.
You're not impressed by that? You don't think that's good?
Not impressed. I don't need that for my Steve Young, former quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers.
Yes,
you may remember him,
very
Terry,
familiar
was
with him.
knocking the New York Jets on the draft coverage that you may or may not have seen.
Yes.
For not drafting Matt Leinart. Do I need a quarterback who's all thinking he's big-time Hollywood boy, walking into the locker room with Paris Hilton, giving him kisses and good luck?
Go, honey.
Do I need that? No. I'm so glad the Jets didn't draft that friggin' homo.
Yeah.
Hangs out with Nick Legay.
Oh, I know he does.
He
They're
wants
good,
to
good
be.
friends.
He wants to be like the second coming of Joe Namath, all Hollywood-like. Screw that! Draft me a football player. Well done.
Gonna be wearing fur on the sidelines.
So what do the Jets do? Mm-hmm. They pass up on Hollywood boy Matt Stupid Leinart.
Right.
And his little slinky hotel girlfriend.
Wow.
And they take a left tackle. Hardcore football. Like the Seahawks have not benefited from Walter Jones over the past 10 years?
Yes.
Of course they have. You plug in a left tackle.
Oh, plug it.
I'm sure Matt Leinart would love to. You plug in a left tackle, Terry, and you're set for the next 10 years.
I thought you'd be impressed by him plugging Paris Hilton.
I'm not saying that I'm not a little bit envious, but I don't need that on my football team is what I'm saying. As a
okay.
Jets fan,
Right.
all right? Or if the Seahawks have drafted Matt Leinart, I'd be nervous to hear now that he's hanging around with Paris Hilton. Who needs that? Who needs that kind of distraction?
Right.
Hollywood,
And I
yeah.
think she would be a distraction. She'd always be like, come on, honey, do you really have to go to the game? Can we go party? Come on.
If you love me, you wouldn't go to the game.
Right. Exactly.
Who needs
totally that.
crap on your football team?
Right.
Couldn't show up.
So the Jets draft DeBrickashaw Ferguson, Terry.
I
That's
like
a
that.
football player's name. Don't turn around. DeBrickashaw's in town.
Wow. You've already put it in a song.
That's right.
Wow. Yeah, that is a pretty tough sounding name.
Big 350-pounder.
Oh.
I mean, would you rather have Matt or the Brickashaw?
Right. You want Matt Leinart or DeBrickashaw Ferguson?
Oh, yeah.
Matthew, what a gay name.
Okay.
Matthew.
Matthew.
Oh, Matty.
Maddie,
Yes, Matthew.
I bombed the test yesterday.
Oh, you sound a little down. You sound a little beside yourself with grief.
Well, that's not the only reason. I heard that Ben Affleck might be the new Captain Kirk in the new Star Trek movie.
Oh, man. That's like having Matt Leinart be your quarterback. Does it get any gayer than that, Terry?
Terrible.
Okay.
Ben Affleck is going to take a role as a Star Trek character?
He's going to be Kirk.
That's like your central figure, I would guess, right?
Captain Kirk, sure.
Yes.
He shouldn't do it for his political future.
I know, huh?
I think they came out and said they're not going to do it about Kirk and Spock, though. So I think you're okay. I read
Well-
that.
And you don't even like Kirk and Spock. You like the next generation, so what do you care?
Yes, I do like the Next Generation more. It's just that Paramount's really trying to kill Star Trek if they're getting Ben Affleck to do a role.
Well, who would you rather have?
what do you have
Would you
against
rather have DeBrickashaw Ferguson?
I'd rather they do nothing with Kirk, actually,
Right.
and do something with, like DS9.
All right, and who do you want to play those characters? What if Ben Affleck tries out for one of those roles? Is that a problem?
Ben Affleck in any Star Trek role is
All right, what actors do you want playing your Star Trek characters?
well, if they're doing DS9, those characters are still alive.
Oh, jeez.
You want to go with the originals?
Yes.
They don't do that when they transfer TV shows to movies. They find movie actors.
Sure they do. Have you seen the last 10 movies of Star Trek?
Well, okay, I guess in Star Trek movies
Yeah,
they kind of
they
do. All right, whatever. It's like the Flintstones. When they had the Flintstones movies, they didn't use actors to play Fred and Barney. They used the regular old cartoon animation. Except in the...
The Flintstones were cartoons.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, man.
All right, there it is.
But Barney was a good actor. I mean, he was underrated.
Barney was a solid actor, no doubt about it, and Betty Rubble had some real nice legs.
Oh, yeah. Really skinny for having a fat husband. It's weird.
Yes.
Yeah, skinny chicks, fat husbands.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
don't get it.
My house.
Yeah, okay.
gross.
Again, I don't get it.
I picture Hotshot like Fred at home eating on that big drumstick. You know what, Ethel? When Wilma would serve him dinner?
Right.
That oversized drumstick?
Yeah.
Don't you picture Hopscotch in the same kind of posture with his Wilma?
Yes.
Putting it on the table for him?
So
Yeah.
someone's got to eat it in our house.
That's right.
I don't want it to go to waste.
It's either that or soy.
Yeah.
Big thing is soy.
Soy drumsticks aren't very good.
No.
Paris is burning with an all-new romance. That's Paris in a brown wig with her new reported beau, quarterback cutie Matt Leinart, shopping in Los Angeles. Paris just threw her Greek shipping air boyfriend Stavros Niarchos overboard.
Right.
How you doing, Paris?
But how's this for 6 degrees of celebrity? Last night, TMZ.com spotted Paris and Matt partying in Hollywood.
Nice.
With Matt's good buddy, Nick Lachey.
Together.
What a circle of gayness.
Well, now we know why Paris was there, just to, make it seem as though Nick and Matt are not a couple.
I'm glad he's the Arizona Cardinals problem.
There you
no
go.
He's Todd Marinovich, man. He'll be gone in 3 years.
Yep. He ain't gonna make it.
Get caught with weed or something. See you later.
He's just too
With Nick.
soft.
Yeah.
Soft. You don't, become boyfriend and girlfriend with Paris Hilton.
No, that's why.
You want to tap the Steiner once? Fine.
That's what
Probably
Nick
what
is
he's
for.
doing.
No. He wants to be as wired into the Hollywood world as possible. This guy had to sit there waiting, watching everyone be drafted. He had this little sad look on his
Oh, I
freaking
know.
face.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Funny.
Funny. Keep saying stuff.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Killer cool.
Killer cool.
Yeah.
Killer con.
Groovy.
Jeez.
Because he was projected to be like a top 3 pick there.
I know that.
He was drafted number 10.
Yes, he
And when
was.
you're drafted number 10, you have to sit there for 4 hours waiting to be drafted.
Yeah.
Because each team takes 15 minutes to make their pick.
Yeah, his look kept getting worse and worse.
So he had to sit there for 2.5, 3 hours waiting for his name to be called like a dummy.
20 empty bottles of water in front of him.
I know.
He's getting up. Oh, sit back down. Oh, it's my turn. Oh, I got to sit back down.
Is our phone even working, Dad? I don't know what's the problem here.
Well, Paris is calling you every other minute.
Oh, goodness.
He was a superstar already, though. I mean, in L.A.
Well, with USC, yes.
Yeah.
And
That's their pro team.
But
so.
they didn't expose the fact that he's soft with a candy center.
You mean that tough Pac-10 schedule?
The
didn't expose that?
Pac-10 UW defense didn't have the ability to expose that this guy is soft.
I was glad they only had one highlight against the Huskies in that
Oh, geez.
when they were showing him, so that was good.
You getting upset when they show the Huskies being exposed like that?
It seems like there's been a lot of highlights for other people when they play the Huskies.
The
so.
Seahawks signed a free agent from the Huskies.
That's right.
That didn't get drafted.
Oh, really?
Some linebacker. What's his name?
Evan Benjamin.
Evan Benjamin. Any good or what?
Yeah.
Is he going to make the team or no?
No.
No, geez.
Absolutely no shot.
Really?
So why would they bring a guy?
sweet.
Why would they bring a guy into camp that has absolutely no shot? He's cheaper than a tackling dummy.
Yeah, and I mean, the whole linebacker crew could go to dinner and get in a fiery crashing death, and they could lose them all and need backups.
I see.
So if they lose every linebacker, then he'll be there.
Right.
What?
Got it.
Every starter goes down.
Now, is that the guy who's from here locally?
He's from Redmond High School.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Now,
that's what I thought.
I think they do that.
No, I
Bellevue or
know.
something.
I know.
When you watched Evan Benjamin play over the past number of years, did you think to yourself, okay, he's going to go to the next level, or no?
I did not think that.
You did not
no.
think that. So you were surprised to hear that he was even asked to come to a pre-draft camp
Yes.
or a preseason camp.
That team was so brutal, I didn't think anybody would go
Joe
on to
Toledo
anything.
got drafted.
He did.
Surprised by that?
Yes, because he went from tight end to tackle. It was a risky move, but it paid off.
Mm-hmm. When he went to tackle, he played well, though.
That's right.
All right, so you shouldn't be surprised that he got drafted.
4th round's pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
I would have said
Wow.
maybe 6 or 7.
Then I think there was a second Husky player that got drafted.
No, a Cougar, Jerome.
Oh, yeah, that's
Harrison.
right. That's right. Yeah, he deserved it.
He was good.
He
Yeah,
needed
he was-
to be higher than that, I thought.
He was like next to
The
Reggie
rushing-
Bush. He was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, numbers-wise, he was great.
Mm-hmm. But he's a little guy. He's a Lilliputian. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And by the way, while we're talking about Bus, put Reggie Bush on your list, too. He's the next Desmond Howard.
Oh.
Desmond Howard, really? Wow.
Oh.
You heard it here. That's right.
Has the burning bush spoken?
Oh, geez.
The burning bush has spoken.
Thank you, Terry. I almost forgot.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. Reggie Bush bust.
Reggie Bush will be a bust.
Whoa.
In the same way that Desmond Howard came out of college with all that fanfare and did basically nothing in the NFL.
Vince Young?
Vince Young's going to be big time.
Oh, yeah.
Big time, baby. Mm-hmm. I'm glad he's not in the NFC facing the Seahawks.
You think he and Lindale White will be...
Lindale White will be a better running back than Reggie Bush. Terry, we don't have to go through the whole draft now. You promised to have your post-draft analysis
You never
anyway.
came back to
All right,
me.
I'm coming back to you. Let me hear your post-draft analysis. Go ahead. Here's Terry Freeze.
Well, I'm really happy to see that Vince Young and Lindale White went to the Tennessee Titans because really I think that'll be a good mix for the team.
Wow.
And with McNair gone, is that correct?
Yes.
He's out of there. And by the way, they treated him like crap.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken.
Terry is giving us everything she's got.
I mean, why do you do
She
that
used to date
people?
Mel Kiper Jr.
Seriously.
He's put in so many good years of service, took him to a Super Bowl.
Yes, and then
they're
they
tossing
tell
him away like yesterday's newspaper.
Yeah, come on, man.
All right. So far, good points. What else you got?
Well, yeah, that's about it.
All right, there you go. There,
She'll
ladies
be
and gentlemen.
people I can really...
She'll be back next year after the 2007 draft for more insightful comments.
Right.
Stay tuned for that.
Right.
Has Britney hit the mother load again?
Oh, jeez.
Extra uncovers the all-new video that could reveal Brit may have a baby bump bombshell.
What do you mean maybe? Everyone knows she's pregnant.
Yeah, didn't
What is this maybe?
Here's the visual of Brit's tummy, and you decide.
Oh, it's right there.
Candid Brit getting her hair done recently in Malibu,
Mm.
and she looks happier than ever, swinging her hair and getting her dancing moves on.
What, she came out feeling all bouncy and swinging her hair? That's my visual.
Here I am.
Yes.
Well, you know what? She is holding a press conference tomorrow.
Who is?
Brittany.
Brittany is?
Yeah.
Press conference?
A press conference.
announce what?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. What are they speculating? What are you speculating,
Well,
Terry? What do you think it is? To announce her second pregnancy.
Could be, or a split from K-Fed.
No, she's not with a baby bump. Just holding a press conference announcing a split from K-Fed. And if you get to the, who gets divorced and holds a press conference? Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Maybe her new tour.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking something. It's not pregnancy related. It's not
It's music.
not husband and wife related. It is career related. She's going to take that big baby bump and go on tour.
On the road. Come on.
It's so tough being a celebrity. You just put on a little weight, they always think you're pregnant.
Oh, it is. She's going to announce. I know it's a hard life for you, Stephen. I know she's going to announce that she's Jamie Spears' new manager,
Wow.
and that Jamie's going on tour.
Wow. It's a sellout.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you put Jamie versus Brittany,
I think it's going to be actually her. She's going to go with Jamie on tour. It's going to be actually, they're going to add Randy, Tito, and Jermaine.
wow, that would be something, wouldn't it?
It's going to be Brittany, Jamie, Randy, Tito, and Jermaine.
Wow.
Going on tour, Terry. Tell me you're not in.
Spear Jack.
That's right.
The Hacks in 5.
The Hacks and 5. Everyone's got to see him.
Right.
Is that like a Paramount show, or do you think more like White River or something
Oh,
like
geez.
that? I mean, that's big time.
Yeah, I'm thinking Seahawks Stadium.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sold out to the rafters for the Hacks and 5.
Driving into Seattle. Nah.
Okay. I have to watch it on pay-per-view, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, well, tomorrow we'll find out. Even the Sony exec, Karen Phillips, has no clue. She's
Nobody
like-
knows.
Yeah, she's like, Brittany hasn't held a press conference in so long that we know it's something big.
We know it can't be like Britney's going to put out an album or something. She ain't doing that no more. But if she did put out an album, Terry,
Yeah?
obviously with as much notoriety as she gets, even though there's been a little bit of an absence from last album to her next album, it'll sell like crazy.
Think so?
Oh, come on. She's Britney Spears.
Really?
Yeah, so it doesn't mean it won't suck.
Right.
But it'll
curiosity.
sell. It'll sell, and that'll keep Britney and Kevin Federline rolling in the money for a week.
Sure.
A week.
You think that
Kevin Federline's her husband.
Yeah, it's true.
you think that Brittany will have a duet with K-Fed
I
on the new album?
I pray no. But
They could sing Up Where We Belong together or something like
There
that.
it is.
That'd be great.
That'd be
The
great.
time of their life.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
people out there love the gossip world. They love Britney Spears. They love stretch marks. Terry, it's a perfect fit.
Oh, it'll be awesome.
That'll be a cotton concert.
Yes.
Man. Belly shirts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
With a little bit of the baby fat
You may
still
want to
hanging
go with
on.
a jumper.
So trust me when I tell you, Terry, that the press conference has nothing to do with her personal life. It is career related.
Wow.
She's coming back to the Puyallup Fair this year.
All right.
Didn't she once do some country fair here back in the day?
I think she did the Puyallup, actually.
I don't know if she did the Puyallup. It was some smaller fair, I remember. It wasn't even as big
Really?
as the Puyallup.
What's the other one?
Enumclaw has
north,
one.
Yeah.
It might have been that one.
Monroe,
Monroe?
Evergreen State.
It was.
Evergreen State,
It might have been
maybe?
the Evergreen Fair. She did some fair that was smaller than Puyallup. Back in like 96.
Wow. Now look at her.
97.
She's much bigger
Wanted
now.
to come on the show.
Yeah.
And maybe I should have said yes to that one. Oh, wait, I did. I don't remember. Anyway.
No, instead we do Rowdy.
And then she did an appearance at a mall. She did an appearance at the South Center Mall, and there was pictures of her with Keith Rhodes and everything.
Of course. He loves it.
Right.
We thought that was going to be the launching of his career. Little did we know that came to an abrupt halt.
Right.
And
He was a
that
drag
is-
queen on Tyra's show.
Yes, he was.
made it. Absolutely.
Yeah, good move for him down to L.A.
It's a very envious moment when you turn on the TV and you see one of your ex-coworkers on the Tyra Banks show dressed up like a woman.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
You made it.
You know
she's hot. Wait, that's Keith Rhodes.
Oh, I just rubbed one out to Keith Rhodes. What'd I do?
Oh, jeez.
Damn it.
Like you didn't do it before. Anyway.
That's true. At least I knew what I was getting into before.
Yeah, that's right. Keith Rhodes, after having sex with Star's mom's daughter, left this radio station and moved to Hollywood to try to make a go of it in the acting world. And all we've seen of him thus far is an appearance on the Tyra Banks show. And this is just in case you're not following us, ladies and gentlemen. He did an appearance on the Tyra Banks show dressed up like a woman.
Yes.
Now, whether that's your definition of making it, I don't know.
It's a start.
It's a start. And I was proud of him, Terry. Yeah. He had a nice ass, and I never knew.
Cleans up real nice.
So this should be a lesson to you all about this move to Hollywood thing.
Right.
All right?
Little aspirations there.
You better know what you're doing.
Call TGI Fridays first before you find an agent. You're going to need a place to work.
Okay. Make sure you
Squash
wear-
people's dreams like that.
We're not about squashing people's dreams, Stephen. We're about keeping their feet on the ground, though, and their ankles above them.
Just giving them a reality check.
That's right.
all. Pursue your dreams, but here's a little reality check.
Yes.
Again, know who you are.
Was he in Wedding Crashers? As what?
He was one of the.
He was an extra.
No, he was one of
Was
the
a groomsman?
No, the
Put your mic on.
He was Vince Vaughn.
No,
What's that now?
they were sitting at a table and the dude brought the like a bottle of
He was a
champagne.
waiter?
Yeah, he was one of the waiters.
Really? I didn't even notice him.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he say anything?
No,
All right, that's an extra.
but I mean,
if
it's
you're in
bigger
a
than
scene-
a drag queen.
Fine.
Well, did he say anything on Tyra's show?
Extras, all they get is like dinner for doing their stuff. I'm not trying
Well,
to knock
but-
him because I like him.
right.
He's a friend of ours, Terry.
Right,
But that's not making it. He was in. If you're telling me he was in Wedding Crashers and had a line and actually got a credit, that would be something bigger. But if he's in Wedding Crashers in a scene amongst a big tent of people, and I'm assuming.
But he can still put that on his
That's a-
resume.
that's a-
He
that's
can
a
still
featured
put it
extra if
as
they
an
show him,
extra.
though.
Actually, the reality
Right?
is, if you're, I'm going to answer that question
Oh,
for you if you don't mind.
okay.
If you would stop saying right. The
Right.
reality is, keep saying right. Actually, it's funny. The reality is, Terry,
Right, you're right.
that if
Yeah.
you're in Hollywood and you put extra work on your resume, it's actually a knock. The Hollywood studios see that as a negative more than a positive. They don't want to see that you're just an extra.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
But if he was actually shown and like pouring somebody, a drink
If
or
he
something,
doesn't
that's-
have a line and he didn't get a credit, and you only really get a credit at the end of the movie if you have a line, then you're considered an extra.
But that's more than like the 500 people who are fighting battle in Braveheart. I mean, those people are extras too.
Well, extra is an extra is an extra.
All right.
And as far as the movie studios are concerned, if you're actually trying out for a part, and I'm sure that's what he's doing on a day-to-day basis, is going for auditions and trying out for parts, if they see on your resume extra work, it is a knock more than it is a help to your career.
Wow, that's interesting.
And that is something that I've learned through people that are trying to make it in that business. They've told me that.
And so is putting the Tyra Banks show.
Actually, his little appearance on the Tyra Banks show, whatever that was, is probably a lot bigger than being an extra on a movie. An extra on a movie is something that just, they will pick anyone off the street. But if he was actually maybe doing something that they showed, I don't know if he got a credit. The key is, did he get a credit at the end of the movie? Was his name at the end of the movie when they rolled the credits, yes or no? Did they say Keith Rhodes?
I don't know.
If there's no speaking, they wouldn't credit him. Mm-hmm. He's not an IMDb, so he's not made it yet.
Oh, jeez! But he sure can pour a pitcher of water, though, huh?
That's pretty cool if it was featured like that,
All right, we'll have to rewatch the movie.
Wow.
I have the unedited version at home.
Oh, whoa!
Still in the plastic.
Of course, all your movies
unedited.
are still in plastic, aren't they?
Well, I don't know if it's unedited, but what do they call it? The
Director's cut?
no, that's Playboy TV.
Unrated?
The unrated, yeah, that's right. The unrated version.
Wow, they say the F word 2 more times in this version.
It's crazy! It's wacky! Couldn't show that in the theaters. No. So you noticed him, or he told you he was in it?
He told me he was in it.
He told you, so you watched for him.
Yeah.
And how did he look?
That's Keith Rhodes.
Better than on the Tyra Banks show?
I actually didn't see the Tyra Banks.
You didn't see him dressed up as a woman on the Tyra Banks show?
I heard about it.
great.
I was like, man.
He actually emailed us about that.
Yeah,
Hey, you got to
he
watch
did.
me.
He did.
I'm on the Tyra Banks show. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Then all of a sudden,
But I'm dressed up as a woman.
right?
Even cooler.
Keith, I think your sister was on there. I didn't see you, though.
Right.
Did he say anything?
Boy,
or
is
did
she
he-
hot.
Yeah, I think he did say something.
Yeah, he talked.
Wow.
He didn't just pour a pitcher of water.
Good for him.
Here, Miss Banks.
Oh, goodness.
So you saw a good shot of him in Wedding Crashers? I was at the theater. I saw this movie. Did I miss something?
He said it was quick. So.
Well, you said you saw it, so I'm asking you.
No, he said he told me he was in it. I didn't notice it at first because I seen the movie too.
Oh, so you didn't know he was in it till after you saw it?
Yeah.
And you didn't notice him?
And he was like, I was in the movie. I talked to him on the computer. He said he was in the movie, and I was like, really?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
good for you.
The fact that we all went, we all know him pretty well, and no one noticed him is not a good sign.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Mm-hmm. What else is going on, Terry?
Well, rumor is going around now that Barbara Walters may actually want Star Jones gone.
Oh.
Little speculation there.
Wow, I didn't pick up on anything there. That may have indicated that
Yeah, well, when asked about...
hiring her worst enemy wasn't a tip-off to you, Terry?
I know. When asked about possible friction between the two, Barbara told reporters, quote, "The only concern would be Star's. If Star wants to continue to be here, she is welcome."
Oh, geez. That means we're hoping she packs up and leaves.
And apparently...
But we can't fire her because she'll sue us.
Right. A so-called source, I love those so-called sources that are who's really close to the show, says that Barbara really does not like Star.
Well,
and that-
Star's the kind of person who doesn't seem like she cares whether people likes her or hates her, and she's done a pretty good job in establishing a situation where people hate her, Terry. You know, those endless hours of talking about your wedding sponsors and your weight loss
Right.
can get on people's nerves
Oh,
when they're
absolutely.
sitting next to you trying to do work, right?
Right.
Talking about her totally heterosexual husband.
Yes.
The only friction between Barbara and Star is the friction between Star's legs when she walks.
Well, like I
Didn't her
said-
pants catch on fire once?
Oh, jeez.
What?
Well, actually, those days are over now.
Oh,
Yeah, they are.
Very lean.
Yeah, she's too lean, like I said.
She's lean. She's mean.
Is she really lean?
She's lean. Terry says she's almost anorexic now.
Yeah, her head's too big to be that skinny.
She's like Sizzling.
Yeah.
Terry is...
Seriously, she doesn't look good.
So maybe
anymore.
the gayest of phone operators, Terry, should take this as a bit of a
Yeah.
warning that there comes a point where you've lost enough.
Right.
And if you're the type to have an oversized cranium like Star and gay phone operator both seem to have, they're big, huge cantaloupes, you may want to recognize when the time comes when it's time to shut down and not lose any more weight, or else you're going to look like a freak.
Yeah, she's starting to be there. The freakish look she does. She looks, ugh. Girlfriend, put some weight back on.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Girlfriend, put some weight back
Yeah,
on.
start eating
Is that
something.
the sequel to Stella Got a Groove Back?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to see that one. That sounds good.
How Stella gave her groove up. Girlfriend, put some weight back on.
Stella got, her husband turned out gay. And sued her.
In the movie or in real
No,
life?
in real life.
Oh, in real life.
And she was on Oprah. He and her were on Oprah talking about it.
All right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you got to know when the weight loss should end and the freak
Right.
status begins.
Because, I mean,
But-
like Randy Jackson had gastric bypass
Right.
surgery. He looks fine. I mean, he got to the point where he was fine and he's maintained
He's
that.
leveled off.
He didn't go too, grossly skinny or
I got
anything.
it.
he was very comfortable. And so
Yes.
did, what's his name, the weather guy?
Willard Scott.
Al Roker.
Al
Right.
Roker, same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
But Star.
some people out there are just comfortable with being freaks, though, Terry.
Mm.
He said.
Not me.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like Gay Phone Operator wants to put his 2 cents worth into today's show.
Wow.
Is it worth that much?
Is it worth yeah,
We may have to make change,
Close out his
but
checking account, huh?
we'll put him back on hold, Terry, and we'll hear from him
all right.
in the next segment. Because time is short, and so am I.
Oh, so is he.
He's very short.
Right.
How does a grown man stop growing at 5'2.5"?
All those beatings from Pappy.
How the hell does that happen?
Hitting him on top of the head. Stay short.
He's lucky he was 350, 400 pounds, so no one would make fun of his height.
Now when he gets skinny.
He's lucky he's an overweight guy because no one focuses on how short he is.
Right. Now if he gets really, really skinny or too skinny or has the star syndrome and it's too skinny, then whoa.
I mean, think about that. If he never had a weight problem, he's 5'2" and a half.
That is crazy.
Who the hell is 5'2" and a half? Either you're a midget or you're 5'6" or taller.
Right.
He's like a half a chromosome away from being a midget.
What's up with that? Are you a half a chromosome away from being a midget?
No.
Then how do you explain 5'2" and a half?
Everybody in my family is short.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was like 5'4".
Everyone in the Weeman's family was short too, but he at least stretched to 5'4", 5'5".
On a
I'm
good day.
5'2"
On a
and
good
3/4.
What?
I'm 5'2" and 3/4.
Oh, that's 3/4. Okay, you're 5'3".
5'2" and 3/4.
Wow.
That is ridiculously short for a grown man.
Oh, thank goodness Darian is already over 5'3".
Wow.
My weight just held me down.
Your weight has held you down. Is that
Yeah,
possible? Is that the biological fact of the situation?
I don't
that
think a doctor would
he
say
was
that's possible.
he was so overweight from an early age that his weight, gravitational wise, kept him low.
He wasn't overweight, though, as a future farmer.
Oh.
Yeah, I was really.
I forgot about it.
How do you explain 5'2" and 3/4 that makes sense to us?
My doctor said that I never produced the right amount of testosterone to kick off the
Oh,
that's 'cause
again,
you're
it's
gay.
the testosterone.
So it all
No,
comes
not because
down.
I'm gay.
The comment, yeah, that actually sounds like a reason for why you're gay as well. That you don't have enough, and you don't have enough testosterone or certain chromosomes, right?
Wow.
So get a
because I was
testosterone
gay
implant, you'd be a
before
man.
puberty.
What?
I was gay before puberty. That's when that all kicks in.
You were gay before puberty because your testosterone knew that it wasn't going to make it.
Yeah. You were really gay. Mm-hmm. You chose it.
Yeah, you chose being gay.
Yeah.
You made that decision on September 16th, 1989.
Today's the day I'm gonna be gay.
Yeah.
You signed the contract. You signed a lifetime contract to gain this.
It's a lifetime, but no contract.
With an out clause.
What out clause? Yeah.
All right, hang on the line.
Okay.
I'm going to find out all about this joker, Terry.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's a new addition to the program, ladies and gentlemen. We call him Gay Phone Operator. Maybe you've heard of him.
Can't wait to hear about the comforter hanging from his chest that is the loose skin.
Jeez.
That's sure gonna look nice. Someone stapled a goose down comforter to his chest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's assuming he's lost that much weight.
Well, he was
true.
at 60-something, right?
We'll get an update. We'll get an
turning up.
update as to where he is post-surgery. Terry, if he gets down to 250, he started around 409. I think that's what he was at when he got the surgery.
Right.
If he gets down to 250 before the end of the year, maybe we'll have a big Gay Phone Operator unveiling to the sleek, new-looking gayist.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a big...
Gay moment.
All right, Steven, you can have what you want, and I'll work on what we're talking about here, okay? You can have the big gay moment that you've been longing for.
Okay.
And we'll talk about a big showcase
Right.
of the new Gay Phone Operator.
Showcase.
Yeah.
I want to see the second showcase. I never liked the first
If you get within $100, you win them both, by the way.
Wow.
A new fashion trend is hitting the runways at the airport.
Oh.
Delta flight attendants will soon be sporting new high-fashion designer uniforms.
Oh, goody, they needed it, Terry. Please. I can't wait to see 55-year-old Mabel in a nice outfit.
Oh, good.
On
A
the
high
plane.
fashion.
Right.
Well, I'm
outfit.
sure they're not just high fashion. I'm sure they're much more aerodynamic. It gets you to your destination even faster.
Sure.
Cuts down on that wind resistance.
Right.
Yes. Delta getting it done. High fashion
The
style.
fashion trend is hitting the runways at the airport. Delta flight attendants will soon be sporting new high-fashion designer uniforms.
Right.
The new threads created by L.A. designer Richard Tyler.
Oh, he's awesome.
Tyler says the new Delta look evokes an era of glamour and sophisticated air travel.
Glamour and sophisticated air travel.
That's
wow.
big time. I want to get one of those outfits for myself.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if they'll be selling them.
Oh.
That'd be kind of cool, huh?
Buy one on eBay if I have to. I want to be a Delta flight attendant.
Wow.
I want to be in style.
Now, I wonder if they use the models, like real life, models like from their employees as models. Because that would be more realistic, right?
Aha. So take their top flight attendants
Right.
and make them the models
models.
that do the runway walk showing off the new outfit
Right.
as opposed to hiring people from modeling agencies, which gives
Right.
you a false impression
Right.
of what Mabel, the 55-year-old flight attendant, would look like in the...
Because I'd like to see, Mabel if she's top flight.
Oh, she's not
flight
top flight,
attendant.
Jerry. No 55-year-old lady's going to be top flight. And the top flight ones pose for Playboy, so they're probably just as good as anyone you could find for a modeling agency.
All right.
The best, I mean, if you were to find the best of the best flight attendants as far as looks are concerned,
Yeah?
any airline, you're going to be doing just fine, baby. Did you watch on CNN last night or one of your favorite news stations, Terry? The emergency landing, yet again, that they showed.
Yes.
They're just waiting for the day to show a live plane crash to everyone's living rooms across the world.
Right.
That's what they're setting up. They're setting it up for that, Terry.
Seems
all
like
these
it.
planes are fortunately landing without any real incident. But if you were watching live coverage of the news yesterday, you saw for about an hour or two, they had nonstop coverage with the graphic that says, this plane has 2 flat tires and it's going to be landing.
Oh, man.
You didn't say that?
No.
Oh, yeah. They've kept it in lockdown gear or whatever
Oh, it
for
is.
the last hour and a half.
Oh, that's just your husband.
Oh, no. They did. And then they were like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's not more sparks.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you
Damn it, we
hoping
want
for?
sparks.
Yeah, we covered this for 3 hours. At least give us sparks.
Never going to catch on fire with those sparks.
Wow.
And you see a production assistant behind the screen just holding up a flare,
Right. Here's your
a
spark.
sparkler. The audience wanted this.
Yeah. that's
Captain,
what-
we're going to need you to light the plane on fire, please.
David, did you see that? Did you watch the
I
coverage?
did not see it,
You didn't
no.
even know anything
Oh,
about
my
it?
gosh,
I didn't know anything
It
really?
about
doesn't even.
Everything was...
The first time I remember them ever showing this was less than a year ago, and now any time any plane has any difficulty, they go live to it. You watch it circling around the air
And
for
get rid of the fuel.
Oh, it's dumping fuel now.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
And at any second, it's going to land, and
Right.
who knows what's going to happen.
I would have been there catching the fuel.
Yeah.
Prices these days.
Dumping fuel, are you kidding?
Yeah, no
What
doubt.
are you doing, people?
Got my little cuppy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dumping fuel. Meanwhile, the stock price is going down, 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 wasting fuel. But yeah, they showed another one of those emergency landings.
Yep.
And it landed without incident, but one day soon, they're not going to be that lucky. And the more times they keep showing these emergency landings, any airline pilot who knows he's in an emergency landing situation is going to assume he's on TV, which is going to add pressure to his job, and he's going to miss the runway, Terry.
I know, big close up, and he's sweating and everything.
And right there in TV land, you're going to see people die on a crash and burn tarmac situation. Are you ready for that, folks?
Is that why you were glued to it for 4 hours or
Yeah, I
whatever?
was a little bit disappointed, Steve. I gotta admit.
Well, I didn't see any sparks, so everybody's like, okay, no sparks. Okay. Oh, good. Everybody's out. Shoo.
That's why you can't help but be gripped to that kind of moment, because you never know when the first live plane crash is going to be broadcast to all the world.
I don't want to see it.
That's what they're waiting on. They're waiting on the day it doesn't make it. It's a sick, twisted media, ladies and gentlemen.
That's kind of why I watch According to Jim.
Yeah. It was the season finale last night.
Sooner or later, a plane's going to come crashing in on that show, and you
that-
least expect it.
Fiery crashing death, I think, is
Yes.
in the works for that show.
Yeah, that's just a never-ending plane crash
Yeah, no doubt.
of a TV show.
You've obviously never watched it.
Yes.
And speaking of a never-ending, crashing existence,
He's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. A good morning.
Hey, good morning.
be a lot of fuselage spread out over the airport when he comes barreling down.
Yeah, my hangar's always open.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
Yes, Gay.
And my existence is getting better and better every day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you're becoming happier and happier as a human being with every pound you shed?
Well, I wouldn't say happier and happier, but, it's getting better.
It's getting better. To think that you'd be happy for a moment is too much to ask for in this world.
Well, if it's better, though, you got to be getting happier.
As
I'm
things
not the
get...
best every day.
Stephen's point is, as things get better, you can't help but to become a happier person. Do you agree with that or no?
No, because
He doesn't want his average to think he's happy,
Yeah,
Stephen.
if not, then it's not getting better.
No, why can't it just be okay?
What's that now, Gay?
Why can't it just be okay?
Everything's
Sorry,
just
I missed
okay.
that. I was listening to the fart sound. What's that?
That was awesome.
You're right.
Why can't it just be okay?
We're fine with you being okay, but it can be getting better and be getting happier.
Getting better doesn't also always mean happier.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still
a miserable soul
in
that
the
we should all feel
cesspool of your
sorry
life.
for.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a miserable soul, but it's
Well, then you're happier.
A miserable soul can walk.
Yeah, because you used to be a miserable soul, so that had to have been an upgrade at some point.
Now he's a
Well,
bubble.
why does it have to be happy? It's just okay.
All right.
Nobody said you were happy. Believe me.
Sorry.
You're not happy, damn it.
There's a difference between being happy and being happier. Happier is a relative term. When you start out from being a complete miserable loser, and then you upgrade a couple of notches, that's happier.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to be happy. Just his face.
He doesn't want us to think that he's happy.
Right.
He wants everyone to feel sorry for him.
No,
And when,
because I don't know if I am. I'm better. I don't consider myself happy or happier.
Well-
It's just I'm better.
all right, whatever. Let's discuss this for another hour.
We probably could. We're out in a circle.
So what's up? Anything exciting or no?
I got a weight update.
A weight update.
Woohoo!
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can see you're thrilled for this.
But you know what's interesting? He thinks he's like part of this equation. He really has nothing to do with his weight loss. If he were actually working out and had done what he was doing in the past to lose weight,
Right.
he'd be like, way to go, you're getting it done.
Rah-rah, woo.
There's nothing he's doing. There's no
Right.
need for congratulations when he's losing weight.
He's just sitting
It's
there.
just the work of modern science.
Right.
So even though I'm getting better, you want to bring me down.
I'm not trying to
by
bring you
talking
down,
about
but I just
this.
want to make sure you realize this isn't some great gay phone operator accomplishment. You're doing nothing. You got a procedure done that you can sit around and just do and lose weight.
You sat awesome today.
Way to
Good
go,
job.
gay.
And if you were to read his blog,
Oh, jeez.
Did you read his blog?
people send me his blog on
Oh,
emails.
Stop.
He makes it like
He's doing so much.
he's doing so much to lose weight. Like he's,
Really?
Yeah, like that's the
Whoa.
impression he gives you. Like what a great accomplishment he's put forth for.
Like he just did a 5K or something. Oh, way to go!
That's
Yes,
the
that's
That's how I make it seem.
That's
Not
the
at all.
impression you give. Read an entry from one of the latest entries from your friggin' gay phone operator blog, and let us then judge whether it's you giving the impression that you're doing so much to lose weight, when in actuality they sewed your stomach down to the size of a peanut, and you're doing nothing to lose weight.
Right.
Read your latest entry.
I'm going there right now.
I can read it.
Do we have?
Stephen has
All right, Steven's there. He wants to moderate. He wants to read it.
Oh.
Go ahead.
April
Gay
29th.
blog music.
Okay, April 29th would probably be a pretty recent entry,
Yeah.
since it's within a week.
Current mood accomplished.
See, accomplished right there.
Yeah.
What has he accomplished?
sitting.
Something I've never been able to do in the past, whether I did it
That's not true.
by other means.
You're
or
not doing anything. That's the point. Forget
sur-
something. You've
I
not been.
just
You
said-
still aren't able to do it.
I said whether it happened because of other ways that I was able to get surgery or whatever. It's something different in my life. It's just something I've never been
But
able to do.
you
before.
just said something you haven't been able to do in the past. You still aren't able to do it.
But you
okay.
have done it in the past. When you were working out, you lost 50 pounds at
Unless
least.
you consider
I
something.
wasn't able to continuously do it and maintain it.
Because
You're not doing or maintaining anything. It's doing it and maintaining it for you.
Yeah, yeah.
If you had to do something, it wouldn't be happening or working.
If you want to consider something he hasn't been able to do in the past that he is now, maybe wiping his anus is something.
There you go. There's an accomplishment.
That may be something.
No longer need of the tool.
Well, that's pretty impressive to me after
Oh,
2
jeez.
years of not being able to.
2 years. You haven't wiped in 2 years?
Whoa, that's
What are you
just
that is
gross.
not good.
Oh, jeez. Stephen has sized up the situation, and he has determined that not being able to wipe your ass for a 2-year period would be considered not good.
I'll put that down in that
Exactly. Where
category,
do you
too.
think I was at when I finally decided that I had to do it?
Hey, I'm not.
And then you said you don't smell, and you don't do that for 2 years.
I'm not trying to.
Well, not cheese.
I'm not gay. I'm not trying to
I'll
make
show
you
you,
feel
Stephen.
bad. I'm not trying to make you feel bad for all that's happening for you. But I don't want you to be able to sit there and make it seem like you're doing so much here. You're doing nothing.
You're not even lifting a finger.
Right.
All
I
right?
never said I was working out. I never said I was doing
But you're
anything
giving the
other than
impression
getting the results from the
When
surgery.
your mood is accomplished, your mood should be thankful, not accomplished.
Yeah.
Thankful that the modern science world has made it such that you can sit around and do nothing and lose weight.
Right.
It shouldn't be feeling as though you've accomplished anything, because you haven't.
You didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything. So I'm happy for you. I'm more than happy for you,
I can
especially.
tell. I can tell.
I'm just, hey, at the same time, while I'm happy for you, I'm not going to let you sit around and make it seem like you're doing so much for yourself.
You're a real inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Someday I hope to be like you.
I can't let that happen, Terry.
I hear you.
Mood accomplished. Accomplished what? You watched Montel Williams Better Than Ever today?
Woo! Oh. Okay, finish the blog.
So how you been?
He's just okay.
Oh, I'm happier than I've ever been.
You should be. You should be. You have.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. If he feels accomplished, he should be happier.
You are
because-
healthier.
Yes.
You're losing weight, and that's good stuff. And you're going to extend the lifespan that you would have had you not done this procedure. That's all huge, so to speak. But to make it like you're doing this on your own, to give any impression of any kind,
Never said that.
just by using the word accomplished indicates that. So don't say you never said that. Take
Great.
down the word accomplished.
You know what? Thank you very much.
Now let's hear the rest of the blog.
In this blog, he has a picture of his new TV that he put on his desk. Anyway,
If you agree with me, then why should it bother you that I'm telling you haven't accomplished anything? You should acknowledge it and agree with me. Instead of saying, well, the way you're acting now, thank you very much. Why does it bother you? If you agree. Do you agree? Or you feel like you're accomplishing something?
I feel like I'm accomplishing something.
What?
Going somewhere I've never been able to go before. And maintain it.
He's not getting
He's still not getting it.
Whether it's by some other means.
What are you doing to maintain it? You're doing nothing. The results of the surgery is doing that for you. You could hibernate, go to sleep for the next year, and you'd still lose weight. You're not doing anything.
Okay.
He doesn't want to think that.
Well, but because you think it takes willpower not to eat, but you can't eat, right?
You can't eat or you'll throw up. You have no choice.
Depending on what I eat, I throw up, yeah, but
Hey, I hate
I
to...
still have to watch what I eat.
So the accomplishment is that you went through surgery and it's working.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So the doctor should be accomplished.
It's like having a heart transplant.
my God.
Oh, boy, I
Okay,
did so
fine,
good today.
fine.
On my new heart.
Right. Getting a kidney replaced with a new one and saying, oh, wow, man, I'm really peeing good now.
All-time best peer.
Mm-hmm. I really did great here.
Awesome.
Go ahead, read the blog.
Well, in 7 days, it'll be 2 months from the day of my surgery. I so far have lost 66 pounds. It's amazing at times, and not fast enough at other times. I'm doing great. I had to open up another box of clothes that I hadn't put in storage, but I had to put in storage.
I don't know about Stephen. I can't.
Do you need music with
I don't
him,
know.
or what? Is he just
The way Stephen's reading it is bugging me.
How do you want him to?
I don't know. I don't know.
More
You
aggressive.
should let him read to like kindergarten classes.
It doesn't sound like a phone operator when he reads it.
Well, I mean,
have
it's
Dave
more
read
like
it then.
story time.
Yeah, no,
you
it's
know?
very cheery. It's not right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he needs to be more depressed.
I don't know.
Well, it's happy. What he's
try it
writing is
again.
happy.
Try it in a depressed state.
I don't need to hear this.
Oh.
I'm happy you got the surgery, Gay. You did the right move. No doubt about it. And I want you to continue with the progress that, due to the surgery that you've been having. But I don't want you to, for a suspended second, think that you're putting together some amazing accomplishments, okay?
Yeah.
You're doing
Okay.
nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Okay.
If it was left up to you, you'd be back where you were, and you know that.
That's true.
Thank your lucky stars that you weren't in this situation in the 1970s. When there wasn't even a thought of this kind of surgery.
Oh,
I
there's
have
like pictures of just him in his boxers.
I have a question really quick for you. The last time that we did a weight check-in with you, it was like 64 pounds, and that was like two weeks ago, wasn't it?
What?
Yeah, April 29th, I had lost 66 pounds.
Why can't I even hear you, man? What kind of phone are you on? Why don't you get your landline hooked back up?
Because I don't have enough money to do that.
Well, why don't you go out and get work now that you're so sleek?
Oh, yeah.
And so
I'm
mobile.
looking for work.
Huh? You're looking for work?
I'm looking for work.
Where are you looking? What's the latest little... Man, I feel like I've been down this road before.
I go on Monster.com every day. I look at the want ads every day.
Mm-hmm.
Send out your resume every day.
Ads.
Yes, I do.
Puppies.
I know. Huh?
So you're ready to go on interviews with your new body and your new attitude.
Now I have to buy new clothes because my clothes are too big.
Mm-hmm. A good problem to have.
It's a very good problem to have.
Yes.
Way to go. Good accomplishment.
And what about your social life since you have dropped 60, 70 pounds?
I'm going out and doing a lot more stuff.
Uh-huh.
What's his name?
What are you going out and doing?
I'm going to friends' houses. I'm meeting people for like brunch and stuff like that.
Brunch!
Brunch. What are you
Amazing.
eating?
What do you eat at
For the
brunch?
first time in his life, he's brunching, Terry.
And what do you get at the brunch?
I take some Eggs Benedict.
On Sunday, I got this scrambled egg thing, and I took a bite, and it got stuck, and I couldn't eat the rest of the
Light on the hollandaise, please.
Where'd it get
But
stuck?
it's not
How big of a
about
bite
eating
did you
anymore.
take?
It's about going and spending time with friends.
Mm-hmm. So you have a group of friends that you're going out and spending time with, and you're just more anxious to go out and do these things now that you're a slimmed-down gay version.
Well, first of all, I can get there without being exhausted, and, I mean, it's just fun. I mean, I go out with the same group that does bear poker.
Oh, dear.
It's that group.
Mm-hmm. It's
Now-
bear poker
yeah.
all year round.
They're accepting you now.
Yeah.
Yes.
They accepted me before.
Are they excited you're going to be a cub now? Is that what it...
Oh, yes. So as I said, Gay,
Not a cub,
you've gone from like 409 to 350. 409 is a very, very good glass top cleaner.
Yeah.
And you're at 350 now. If you get to 250 before the end of the
year.
year.
I'm less than that.
Oh,
Hello. I'm less than that.
If you get to 250, what are you at now?
I'm at 322. I've lost 70 pounds since the day of surgery.
322. So the day of surgery, you went back below 400.
Yeah.
All right, so you're 322 now. If he gets to 250, Terry, before the end of the year, which seems like it's very much in his sights,
Yeah.
if he could just keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Work out even harder.
Oh, don't worry about it. I don't have to do anything. It'll just happen.
That's right. What are you making it seem like that's not the case? That is the case. You can do absolutely nothing and you're going to get down to 250. You can't help but lose weight now.
If I eat bad foods, I can gain weight.
Oh, show us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, why don't you prove it?
God.
If you eat bad foods and you overeat, you'll just puke like crazy and it'll hurt you bad. That's the way the surgery...
Overeating. Not even overeating. If I still eat bad foods, it's still the bad calories.
No matter what you do, thankfully, no matter what you do, you can't help but lose weight in the situation that you are now in, thanks to the doctors and modern science. End of story.
So what happens when I get down to 180 pounds and I'm not going to continue to lose weight till I weigh nothing?
Then you have to work on it. Then you're actually going to have to do
That's the
something.
thing. It's like I'm not going to... You don't continuously lose weight. You eventually get to a point where you're going to gain back.
All right, listen, I know you're
So I
dying to
do
give
have to
yourself
work. I
a...
do have to watch it.
Listen, if you're so dying to give yourself a pat on the back finally in this world, then we'll make it seem like that you deserve it, all right? Whoa, she
patty,
doing
pat,
wonderful.
pat.
Terry. Are you shocked and amazed that he's down so much weight?
Gosh.
I can't believe it.
All
I
that
appreciate all the
blood,
How is
sweat,
he-
and
wonderful
tears.
and
How is he
amazing for you
doing
guys.
it?
Great. How did
it's
you do it, man? That's
amazing.
cool.
How can he
What an
reach his-
inspiration.
How can he reach his own back when he can't reach his own anus?
Mm-hmm.
To pat himself.
Oh, jeez. Gay,
Well, he can now.
I would like, as I was just saying,
2 years. Whoa.
being the very nice man that I am, to have this big gay unveiling should you hit 250 pounds to introduce the new sleek, slimmed down, gay version of the old friend that was Gay Phone Operator. Now, where should we have the big showcase, Terry, where he comes on out like the Oprah moment where she danced down the steps, Terry? Mm-hmm. And then all
Summer Jam. Let's go to the buffet.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, all righty.
Man, he has to take a nice moment that we're talking about here and turn it into a very somber situation.
Well, I was in a better mood until I called in to give an update, and then you just tromp on it.
Why? Because we're just giving you a knock of reality?
So what else is new?
I know. Do you...
Hey,
I don't know. Maybe I have a little bit of hope that maybe one time it'll be different.
what? What should be different? We should
You're
lie
not
to you?
tromping on me.
We should lie to you? I'm just telling you the truth.
You don't have to lie. That's not about it. Just accept it and say, good job.
Good job for what? If the surgeon was on right now, I'd say good job. If
Okay, don't acknowledge
I'm
me.
happy for
Acknowledge
what's
the
happening.
situation.
There's a difference in being happy for what's happening and giving you a high five for what a great job you've done. If the surgeon was on the line right now, as I just said, I would give him a high five. I would tell him job well done. You deserve no job well dones.
When you lost the weight when you were working out and eating right
It's
and all that,
amazing.
everybody was saying good job.
He still doesn't get it. He still wants us to trumpet the fact that he has done such great work here.
Right.
He's done nothing! Nothing! And if he continues to do nothing, he's going to lose a lot of weight.
Yeah,
It's a great situation for him.
Good.
it is.
I'd love it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do nothing and I get a paycheck. I mean,
That's true.
I recognize it.
We don't lie about
That's
that.
amazing. That's so amazing.
Yes.
I'll pat myself on the back every day.
Oh, dear.
Good job, man. You really did the fart noise great today.
Jesus. Better than ever.
It was pretty
I want
good.
10 more bucks.
All right, you starting to get it now, Gay, or no?
Goodness.
Oh, I'm getting it already.
Okay.
Oh,
jeez. Well, that's another benefit of your new
No, that's not happening.
shapely figure. All right, anyway.
You go to the park enough, it should. Oh, was that out loud?
No, because I don't do that at the park.
All
What are you,
right.
playing Frisbee?
You skip through the park.
Are you having a barbecue?
Frisbee.
What do you do at the park?
Right.
If that's not what you do at
I
the
just
park.
meet my
I
friends
drive around
there.
and look at people.
You feed the ducks?
Look at people
Mm-hmm.
like they're. Oh, well,
You look at people. Are you gay? Oh,
yeah, exactly.
There's parks around where you live. Why don't you go to those parks?
What?
Stephen wants to know why you drive past so many parks to get to one particular park.
Because there's a lot of gay people at the park and they look good.
But
so
you
I
don't-
like to go look at good-looking gay people.
There's gay people
You
everywhere.
just drive around to look at gay people?
Jesus.
Well, it's not like they're not going to want to do anything with me.
Roll down the window. Go. Are
Why?
You
You've lost 80 pounds and done such a great job.
I'm still a freaking obese man.
Oh.
They're not going to want to do anything with me.
You live in West Seattle. That's a gay haven. Walk up and down Alki.
There you go.
Okay, this is lovely. Anyhow, Gay,
Walk.
very happy you've lost 70 pounds.
Thank you.
Is it 70 or what is it?
70.
70. I'm glad
Wow.
you lost 70.
That's a lot.
May you lose 70 more in the next month or so. Whatever your goal is. All right. Good job. Well done by the surgeon.
So he reaches his goal. Do they like untie his stomach and it just springs back? What?
Watch out, here it comes. Ah!
Thanks for checking in. Are you slim enough now to spin the old wheel so we can find a winner for 4 passes to the car show? You want to go to the car show now, Gay?
Oh.
I mean, you're able to do so many new things. Do you want to show up at the Global Import and Domestic Car Show at the Tacoma Dome?
No.
This car would be great for leering at people.
No, that's okay.
Maybe you'll leave
Leering at
with
people.
maybe you'll leave with new wheels, Gay.
No, I won't. That's okay.
You have no interest in going to the car show.
No.
Why not? There's going to be a lot of interesting people there.
Yeah.
Some good-looking people. I know you like good-looking people.
Yeah.
No, you go there to look at cars that you can buy. I can't buy a car. I don't have the money for it.
Well, it's
no.
something you can dream about. It's something, a goal to set. Now that you have this ability to go out there and work hard, you can make money and have a goal to buy this car when you've saved up enough.
I'll go next year.
No, you can come on stage with Chameleon Air.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
could
No.
sing-
I'm not in. No.
Sing the background doo-wop to Riding Dirty.
Just show them your boxers.
Heaven knows.
2-year-old.
Heaven knows if there's the authority on Riding Dirty,
Oh, yeah.
Chameleon Air should be meeting you.
Oh, well, just keep riding.
Mm.
Can't reach anyway.
For the last 2 years. That's what he's done.
2 years without wiping. That's
Jeez, that
unbelievable.
is-
Would you like to spin?
Crazy.
Would you like to spin the wheel, Gay? Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Around, 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 around. Oh, jeez.
What's he doing?
He's doing you, Stephen. He's doing an imitation of you, if you're not recognizing that.
He's doing Steven.
Mm-hmm. He's riding a dirty.
I didn't know I did the wheel like that.
Are you all right, Gay?
It stopped.
Stephen doesn't feel you're
It's your tongue.
representing.
It's your tongue, not your lips,
Oh, it
big
is.
boy.
Whoa.
Bet you said
Tongue?
Bet you said that a couple
It's your
times in your
tongue,
dreams to Gay.
yes.
Yeah.
It's not the lips.
Stephen, since he's not representing you accurately, would you like to show him how the wheel is actually spun? Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I turned the mic off.
Oh, jeez.
Turn the mic on.
That sounds like a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does.
He was
How do you
going.
do that with your tongue?
It's 2 different things.
Gay is curiously aroused.
Yeah, because he's like, whoa, Steven. Don't turn him on.
Oh, he's doing all kinds of tricks. Show him around the world, Stephen. Show him walk the dog.
Steven's mating call. Oh, man.
It's the hunting thing.
Oh, I actually disconnected him. Okay, anyway.
No, it wasn't.
Krishana. Krishana,
Yes,
how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Nice to talk to you this morning, love. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I get funnier with every line, trust me.
You guys have me cracking up every morning. Sometimes I hate you, sometimes I love you.
Well, I feel the same way about me. Anyhow, where are you calling from, Krishana?
I am on my way into work in downtown Bellevue.
Mm-hmm. What do you do there?
I am an operations manager for an architect company.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
You'd be building the buildings.
Mm-hmm. Gay, are you back?
I'm back.
Oh, jeez. Would you like to say hi to Krishana?
Hey, Krishana.
She's actually working in Bellevue. What a novelty, huh, Gay?
That's interesting.
Going to work in the morning?
No.
Whoa.
Making a living?
Stop.
Yes.
Keep your
Krishana.
head up, Gay.
Oh, yes.
Whoa.
Krishana.
He does when he goes to the park.
Oh, yes. Krishana, unlike Gay, would like to go to the car show, I imagine. Is that right, Krishana?
Oh, me and my man would love it.
She wants to take her man, and a couple of architects, Terry.
There you go.
Yeah. Architects know how to get the party started.
Mm-hmm. Everyone knows that. Goes without
something
saying.
up for us.
Now, you and your man, how long have you and your man been you and your man?
We have been me and my man for about 4 years.
4 years!
Wow.
Some would say that's a relationship. That is a taking, as we say in the trade, Terry. Now, where do you expect to be going with this man long term? Are you seeing a life until you are rocking chair in it together, or are you just passing time until you find someone better?
The one.
He's the one.
Wow.
He is the one.
Well, when is this?
Emotionally, physically, everything.
Emotionally and physically.
Wonderful.
When is this one going to propose marriage to you, Krishana?
He's talked about it, and I kind of talked him out of it, so I'm not sure.
Oh, she's talking him out of it. Why would you want to marry me?
Yeah.
I'm such a bitch.
I love you so much, you can do so much better.
Mm-hmm. Why would you talk him out of it? If he's so interested in marrying you, why would you be talking him out of it? He knows.
I just want us to kind of, there's a lot of things that you have to go into with the marriage, and I really want to establish us as a relationship first, and then before we get to that.
4 years, some would say, you've established a relationship. Isn't that fair to say?
We have, but I've been married before, so.
She's been scarred by marriage.
She's just being cautious.
Big scar.
She
wants this to be a better process.
Do you live with this man?
Yes.
Yes, but marriage is too big a step. Do you have any kids with this man? Commitment.
No, we do not.
No. Would you like to mother children with this man?
No, we each have our own children.
Aha!
Not with us.
Do you love his as much as yours?
I love his as much as mine.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe he's buying that, but I'm not. Anyway, so Terry, it sounds like they have a pretty strong relationship.
Yeah, it does.
And I don't want to ruin any of that with a marriage.
Yeah.
Just sucks once you get married.
So your first marriage, fair to say, was a pretty bad state of affairs, or what?
It was 13 years of...
Oh, my gosh. I didn't realize you were that old. I mean, not to put it down.
It was a learning experience.
You were married for 13 years?
You're a slow learner.
13-year marriage, Terry.
Wow.
And then it crashed and burned.
Yeah.
But now she's got this new guy for 4 years. How quick after your first marriage was over did you meet this new guy, or did you meet him before the marriage was over?
What was it, about a year and a half after I was separated?
Wow.
And actually, I contacted him through a friend. I met him years ago with my husband. And
Daddy.
Couldn't throw away the number. I'll keep this for a rainy day.
Let me just tuck this napkin behind the dresser drawer here for an important moment of my life.
It's raining.
Hallelujah.
Well, one would say that was a bit scandalous, being in a marriage, getting a guy's contact information and then keeping it.
I didn't get his contact information. Through a mutual friend, I contacted her after I was separated.
You had him on your mind, which is as bad as keeping his contact information.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that you keep in your mind.
Year and a half later, you should even remember this guy.
Well, it's because Joe stays in my mind. That doesn't mean that I'm going to be with him.
Mm-hmm. People, Terry. Mm-hmm. They fascinate me every day.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was having sex with this guy for a year and a half while she was still married in her mind, Terry.
Yeah, I did not even say that. Why are you even going there?
I'm saying it. You don't have to say it. I know what's going on. You were having sex in your mind with this stranger while you were still married.
Well, it's in my mind we don't need to use protection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe that's just me.
Easy.
I never use protection in my mind.
Okay, good.
Yeah, my mind is just soiled with oogies. Anyhow, congratulations.
That's great.
On winning 4 passes to the car show.
Yay!
Hopefully at the car show you don't meet some new stranger that you keep locked away in your mind.
Yeah.
No, I have everything that I want and need in my man.
Right.
No, that's so wonderful.
Probably thought that before the 13-year itch.
Krishana, congratulations. You've won 4
Thank you
passes.
guys so much.
The best is yet to come. Pasty Dave is waiting to take your contact information.
Lucky you.
Gay, would you like to say a kind word to this lovely lady or no?
Congratulations.
Yes,
Thank
she
you so
accomplished
very
something
much.
this morning.
She did.
She picked up the phone. She made herself become a winner, Gay. Do you see how actual personal accomplishments work now or no?
I'm getting that.
Okay.
Her name has the first syllable like croissant, so it's really throwing him off.
I wondered what it was.
Oh, boy.
Now, Pasty makes it official.
Krishana, nicely done. Okay. You're going to the car show.
Yeah.
And Gay phone operator is not.
No.
Because he has no interest.
No one to go with.
What are you gonna be,
That's like a straight man thing. I'm not into cars.
what are you going to be doing on May 13th?
Actually meeting friends for lunch.
Oh.
Oh, you already have plans on your
Man, you do a
I do
lot
actually
of
already
eating
have plans.
stuff.
on your little gay planner? You have penciled in some bear poker lunch?
No, these are people from my old job.
Oh, that's very funny.
Where you pooped in the hallway?
No, that was a stairwell, right?
Right.
It never happened.
So a car show is a straight guy thing, in your opinion. No homosexuals show up at a car show.
No, I'm sure there's plenty that go to look at the straight guys, but I'm just not into cars.
Mm-hmm. But you're into
I'm
straight
looking at
guys.
car models. But,
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
Some
very
hot
good.
guys up there modeling, and maybe I'll go.
No, Terry
There's
chose
a
a
guy.
model.
I did choose a guy.
Terry chose a male model on Friday.
I did.
Anyway, whatever.
I
So
wouldn't know.
you gonna be mad at your mom if she doesn't call you on Mother's Day?
No, because I'm going to be calling her.
No. Wow.
It's a new world for gay.
That is.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's her day, not my day.
Right?
I should be the one calling
You make
her.
every day your day.
That's right.
Okay, it's all about you.
So self-centered that every day in your world is your day.
Not at all.
Okay. Have a great...
Gay day.
Oh, jeez.
Licton Springs Park was a favorite hangout for Loretta Thompson and her son Joseph.
Oh!
Now that she's learned sex offenders have been hanging around the playground, she's taking her family elsewhere.
Especially with children around, yeah. I think that we should have been warned.
What do you expect at Licton Springs Park, Terry?
I don't know.
All right. Doesn't the name say it all?
Well, I guess.
This is not a time to be admitting that you go to parks to leer at people.
No,
All
it's
right?
not.
As our last caller did,
no kidding.
if you recall.
True.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of weird. That should get you in trouble. I mean, he's not a registered sex offender,
Thank
like
goodness.
apparently these people are that are going to Licton Springs Park, but he should be.
Yeah, for what he does.
Yeah.
Gay
Doing
stuff.
people in the butt. I mean,
Oh, register for that.
We've been trying.
Oh, jeez. What's that now, Steven?
Oh, we've been trying to get that to happen, but
Yeah, your people.
Okay, they need to have a place to live, then find a neighborhood that doesn't have children in it.
On April 20th,
There it is.
Really?
There's your resolution for the sex offenders. Find a neighborhood that doesn't have children.
Sure.
Yes.
And where is that?
we should just make like one town be the sex offender town.
Aha. We'll call it Leper Island.
Jeez.
They do have, like, leper colonies.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting a sex predator colony, if you will, Stephen?
Just clear everybody off Mercer Island. Put them all there.
Whoa, on the rock.
But this lady's on to it. They should just go to a town that doesn't have children.
Right.
Okay, they need to have a place to live, then find a neighborhood that doesn't have children in it.
God,
Great solution.
she is good.
Jeez.
On April 23rd, Seattle police stopped this convicted level 3 sex offender in Licton Springs Park.
Oh.
A woman said she saw Donald Miller in the bushes near the playground.
It is.
One of our witnesses saw a male, either naked or partially naked, apparently masturbating in the bushes.
Nah, I was naked.
Miller was picked up by officers, but because of a lack of evidence, they had to let him go.
Right.
Then just last Friday,
Yeah.
police say another sex offender was caught in this bathroom near the playground
Oh, geez.
watching the kids play.
Oh, no.
What kind of evidence do you need? So gather up the leaves where he was and, you know.
Terry, we all have kids now.
Yes. Well,
You
not
take them
all
to the
of us.
park. I went to about 6 parks in the past week.
Right.
6 different parks. Kid has to go to the park.
Kid has to go to the park.
I got to be looking in the bushes.
Yeah.
All right, honey, everything's good here.
Just put a playground in your own backyard.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Don't you have a little playground in your neighborhood? They're doing that a lot
at
these
some
days.
point, he's got to interact with the other children, Stephen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he doesn't go to daycare. He's got to have some social interaction besides with his dad. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, but doesn't he have play dates? Doesn't
he has play dates.
Okay, there's the social
At least
interaction.
nobody will be leering at him and masturbating, and hopefully
play
in your
dates?
at your backyard. Hopefully.
Oh, jeez.
Playing is done by appointment now?
That's right. It's playing by appointment.
All right. Just checking.
It's right before his haircut.
That's right.
Then just last Friday, police say another sex offender was caught in this bathroom near the playground watching the kids play.
Nice.
Since he wasn't caught doing anything sexual, he too was released.
Oh, geez.
According to police, 9 registered sex offenders live within 1 mile of Licton Springs Park. Many of them live in these motels.
It's funny, they've gravitated towards Licton Springs Park.
Yeah.
Many of them live in these motels behind me here on Aurora.
In the motels.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
That's weird.
And
Someone
that has-
creepy living in a motel in Aurora.
Wow.
Bizarre.
Who would have thunk?
And that has parents very concerned.
And for good reason. All of these dots that you see right here on this map represent convicted child rapists and molesters living near Licton Springs Park.
Oh, the many dots.
It's one big dot.
The big red dot.
Now that you know that you live with a bunch of sex offenders, how does that make you feel?
Time to move out. Time to move.
To where?
Well, I mean, I think
There's
a lot
creepy
of
people everywhere.
And I think people would be really surprised. I thought there was like a place that you could find out where sex offenders
There are
live.
websites now that you could find out where your friendly sex offender is.
And I think that you'd be
Or not
surprised
so
within
friendly.
a 5
Yes.
to 10 mile radius of your home how close some are.
There's usually, no matter where you live, no matter how society even, there's going to be someone within a 5 to 10 mile radius. The boogeyman is in your neighborhood, too. Yes, he is. So you know what? Nail down the door, batten down the hatches, and never leave.
Right.
Okay? If you're sticking close to your kid in the park and it's daytime, you should be fine.
Right.
End of story. No matter who's leering, no matter who's beating the paddywhacker. I mean, that's pretty nasty, but that's just apparently the way it is.
Just cut down all bushes.
No more bushes. Terry, you should have taken down the bushes years ago.
Oh, yeah. It was in style back then.
That's right.
Whoa.
Still is.
Really?
No, the big bushes were in style back in your day, yes, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Your day's long past. So,
Right.
now we take down the bush.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a note of that.
So no one can be hiding in there.
Yeah.
But even just keeping an eye on your kid, if some guy's in a bush just watching kids at a playground masturbating, that's kind of creepy. Even though they're not doing anything to the kids.
All right, well, it seems like you had the solution then.
I don't have a solution. I'm just saying it's
No,
not.
the solution that you gave, if you don't remember, was construct some kind of playground situation in your backyard.
Right.
And everyone's got a backyard, especially with motels. So,
I was suggesting for you.
Oh, well, it's funny you should mention that.
Because you've done it already?
No, but
anyone
it's
construct
in the boxes in our backyard right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's been there for about a month.
You have to put it together yourself?
I know how to put that thing together.
Please.
So,
Are you hiring somebody?
Yeah, we have some coming.
Oh, good.
Well, so then you don't ever need to go to the park.
Well, he gets bored of stuff real quick.
We'll have his play date friends
You know
come
what? Don't
over.
worry about it. He's fine.
right.
I'm not afraid to go to parks.
Oh,
How did we grow up without all this stuff, huh?
I know, isn't that amazing?
We had weirdos growing up.
They didn't have masturbation back then.
Yeah, that was invented in like 87.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that day.
Awesome.
It seemed like it was going to be pretty harmless.
Yeah.
Who knew?
As of right now, Donald Miller has not been charged with any crime. He was registered as homeless up in Snohomish County, but police tell me tonight he has registered with a permanent address here in King County, somewhere near this park.
Oh.
Jeez.
Well, there it is.
The news treated the thing in 87 like bird flu, though, so I thought it was bad.
So if you weren't aware of it before, be aware of it now. At your local park, it could be a weird stranger somewhere nearby.
Yeah, if there's a guy at the park without a kid, you may want to look at him twice.
Right. Maybe.
He usually has a hooded sweatshirt.
Dark glasses on.
What else is going on in the world, Terry?
Interesting study here. According to this new study, women are spending more time than men thinking about sex.
Ow!
In fact,
Well, that would be a hell of a lot, Terry.
well, they
Because
say.
I pretty much spend every waking and sleeping moment, for that matter, thinking about sex. So you ladies must be pretty damn horny.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about sex pretty often, and a lot of times it includes my wife.
Wow, lucky her. It says here that men spend 150 minutes.
That's when I'm really horny, though. Oh, yeah.
out of every 24 hours thinking about sex, whereas women spend 180 minutes.
180 minutes?
Uh-huh.
So what is
30
that?
more minutes than men.
It's about 3-4 hours a day.
Yeah.
180
3
minutes?
hours.
That'd be 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly 3 hours. I just did the math. Took me a little bit. 3 hours of every day, women are thinking about sex.
Yes.
And men are thinking about sex less than that?
150 minutes.
Well, we're playing Xbox a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well.
And we haven't been able to master the concept of playing Xbox and thinking about sex, Terry. But when we do, oh, look out.
Watch out.
Our numbers are going to go soaring past yours.
Oh, goody. Can't wait for that day.
Yeah, we're not multitaskers, us men. But you're telling me that this new study says women think about sex more than men?
Yes.
You little hoochies.
I knew it. Dirty.
We never doubted it.
Hey.
That you're all horned up and just dying for it.
Sure, okay.
All right.
Yeah, this study proves it.
Mm-hmm.
All horned up.
And guess what?
What?
A lot of these ladies who are thinking about sex nonstop are married ladies, and their thoughts seldom include their husbands.
Oh.
Dirty, dirty. That is a sad state of affairs.
I always thought that was the case, but now it's confirmed.
You know why? You know why it's sad, Terry? I'll tell you why it's sad. Because a lot of people out there may be saying, "Why is that sad? What's wrong with that? Why is it sad?" I'll tell you why it's sad. It's sad because you ladies think about sex so often, apparently, but you're so out to try to profess the fact that you're such good girls. Because that's the way society has made it such that you have to go about your lives.
All right.
I'm not slutty. That's not me.
I'm not dirty.
That's a shame that you got to keep it all locked up inside like that because you're thinking about it a lot.
Well,
and you can't act on it enough, and that's sad. That's unfortunate.
And you're right, because if we do act on it as much as we would like to, we are the slut, dirty, whore, hooker, whatever.
Yes.
Keep going.
I'm almost there.
Don't take her home to, mama. She's not wife worthy. She's too much of a slut.
Yes.
She's got too much of a checkered past.
Oh, wow. You still sound bitter just saying it, Terry.
Well, I mean.
And you don't even have a spot to go for a quick rub and a tug. Just to clean the slate.
I guess not.
Clean the thought slate. That's a shame. Well, either do we now that it shut all our places down.
Right.
180 minutes, Terry, in your typical day.
180 minutes, yeah.
3 hours a day.
Yes.
Is it a 3-hour period straight and then you're done? Okay, I'm done now. I can think about other things, thankfully.
If that was the case, then my 3 hours would be all done by the time I ended work.
Because you're thinking about us all day.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm
it's
surrounded by some dirty men.
So it's just scattered thoughts here and there throughout the day that typically equal 180 minutes of a day.
Yes.
Unbelievable. There should be a light over everyone's head.
Right, like a different color if it's sex and if
it should glow every time a woman is thinking about sex.
Wow.
So guys know the right moments to approach. Or maybe that's the wrong moment. Maybe that's the moment they don't want to be bothered.
Right when the light turns off.
As soon as the light turns off.
Go for it, guys.
That's a good moment.
Take her down.
Let me see that story.
Oh.
Crazy what's going on in this world.
Why do you always crinkle up my stories?
I don't know, just a habit. Anyhow, they studied 4,000 people, by the way, Terry. That's a pretty healthy sample size.
Good sample size for sure.
Amazing. Society has turned this world into one big porno in their minds.
You love it.
I do love it. I'm not going to deny. I don't mind the fact that women out there are thinking about sex so much.
Well, and if that's the case, if you love it so much, then why does society, deem us so negative when we act upon it? Why are we such the sluts then?
You ladies do that to yourselves.
You men do it to us as well.
Ladies are the ones. We've discussed this many times.
We do lead the charge, but also to men.
If there's a female slut out there that you know of, how much are you gossiping to your other friends about her? Tons.
Sure.
You ladies make it hard on yourselves. Don't blame us. We've done nothing.
Hard on.
Women are just getting hornier and hornier. That's the way, the evolution way of the world is
coming to an end, isn't it?
Chugging forward. What? What's
coming to an end? The world?
The world's coming to an end?
Yeah.
No, it's just getting started, as I see it.
I think we'll eventually switch places. Like, we won't really care about sex like women used to.
It seems you've already switched places.
I know, you're done.
Well, at 40, I'm done.
You want to know if you can have any friends? Or
Well,
what?
I mean, like young guys.
No, I don't think that's ever going to happen. But I think it's pretty eye-opening to find out that women are thinking about sex more than men.
Maybe we're just not getting satisfied.
Men are thinking about sex 120 minutes on the average per day, according to this very big-time study that was just completed in London.
Mm-hmm.
And London knows how to do their studies. And women are thinking about sex on a typical day 180 minutes.
Is Terry's light on right now?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, no, men are thinking about sex 150 minutes, 150 minutes,
right.
and women 180 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a half hour more, Terry, per day.
Yeah.
That you're sitting there at your cubicles wishing you could put your fingers on a certain mouse pad.
Yeah.
Man, that's so sad.
Oh, jeez. That's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Shouldn't think you should do.
Oh, really?
Now, what are you saying? If men would satisfy their women more, they wouldn't have to spend that extra half hour
Well,
thinking about
maybe
sex?
that's...
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Could be.
We're not getting it done. We're horrible.
Mm. Well, it's just throwing it out there.
Okay. Yes. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. Why don't we see if there are any phone calls that need to be taken this morning, unless you have another quick story you'd like to throw out there very briefly, Terry?
Well, I don't know how quick it is, but I'll throw it out there.
Because Wong is first on the line. He's waiting, Terry.
Oh,
yes,
Wong.
I don't know if you can keep Wong waiting.
Oh, I can't. but-
According to the study, apparently you can't keep Wong waiting,
No, I
Terry.
guess we can't. So
Mhm.
take Wong.
You want me to take Wong?
I want Wong now.
Oh, jeez. Wong!
Do me Wong.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, Wong.
Listen, the study that you just shared with us is very fascinating, but
Your name is Wong? That's even more fascinating.
I know.
It's actually Bob. Pasty got it wrong.
Is that your given name? Is it Wong?
yeah, man, you gonna make fun of my name all damn morning?
You don't sound like a Wong.
What did you expect? What's your full name?
Jay, what do you think I expect?
I know, but...
Expect some guy to fight back by saying, you can talk about my name all morning, when his name is Wong. Yes, Wong. Is that your real given name? I'm asking you a question. Can you just answer that, and then I'm ready to move on?
Yeah, that's a real given name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Wong. What can we do for you, Wong?
Well,
His name is Wong.
You just want to keep saying Wong.
That's your first name?
that's my first name.
Okay, Wong.
All right, T-Man.
Yes, go ahead, Wong.
So the study, I don't know if I missed it, but what part of the day are women thinking about sex?
Doesn't
the
say.
most?
It doesn't. It just gives
Scattered thoughts throughout the day.
Cumulative time.
Spread liberally throughout the day, like an ointment.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Oh, well, I just want to know what my best chances are, you know.
Yeah, we were discussing that too, Wong. We'll get back to you if we ever figure it out. Okay, thanks.
The light thing.
Yeah, it was all downhill after we figured out his name was Wong. All right, Mark. Phone lines have just been opened, ladies and gentlemen, at 1-866-663-T-MAN. Mark is next on the line. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, hey, T-Man. How's you doing this morning?
I'm doing okay, Mark.
All right.
Your
All
name
right.
is Mark?
Hey, that study that she was reading, they're saying they did it in Europe?
They did it in London, yes.
Ah, they did it in London. Okay. I think because my thing is, if more American women would do that, I think the men would be satisfied.
So you don't think it carries over across the pond? You don't think American women, if they did a study here in the USA, it would be a different story? You think men are eclipsing the number of minutes they think about sex here in the States more than women, but it's different in London?
Exactly.
I don't know. What's good for London is pretty much the way the average person is making a go of it. So I don't think you should be surprised if they did a study, not that they're planning on one, here in America, and it came out the same way. Women are horny, man. They are. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, but you know, my other thing is, I think if more married women would be a little more dirty for their husbands, I think they would get as satisfied, you know.
Are you married, Wong?
Mark.
Oh, Mark. I want to call him.
No, I'm not Wong. No.
Are you married?
I am married.
So what he's basically saying is he wishes his wife was a little bit more dirty and horny, Terry.
That's it.
Why don't you just come out and say that? T-Man, I wish my wife was a little dirtier, a little more horny for me.
Yeah, if she was a little more dirty, and just thinking about that 182 minutes a day or whatever the amount is, you know, I think we would get the hint, and, you know, because, you know, men, we think about it like they say all the time, so it's like, why not?
Well, apparently not. According to the study, men are only thinking about women 150 minutes a day, at least sexually, Terry. I mean, if they did a study in the States, men would be a lot higher as far as the minutes here because we're thinking about foreign women all the time.
Ah.
Yes.
Well, maybe that's it. Yeah, we're thinking about the foreign.
Wong, I want to talk more specifically about you. Yeah, Mark. I feel sorry that you're in a marriage where your wife is not horny enough for you. Now, why? You hear Mark Terry on the phone?
Yes, but
why shouldn't his wife be not banging down the door every afternoon, just wanting to get at Mark? Why should that not be the case?
I don't know. I'm not.
Why isn't that happening for you, Wong? Why isn't your wife tearing your clothes off every day?
Well, I think part of it has to do because she works at I don't really want to say where she works, but she works at a facility where it's very religious.
Mm-hmm. Those religious women, they get home after a hard day's work, and they just want to tear it up.
So she's a nun, right?
Yeah, you're a husband, so it's okay to be horny with a husband.
Yeah, it's not anything against her religion to be horny with her husband, so that doesn't work. What is it about you, Mark? Now, how long you been married?
A little over 10 years.
10 years.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
And he's wondering why his wife isn't horny for him. Oh, jeez, man in the dark. It's always a shame. Anyhow.
He sounds like a sexual dynamo just from hearing him.
Oh, yeah.
How often do you, the sexual dynamo, and your wife have sex?
Well, let's see. I think about it here a second. I would probably say maybe twice a week.
Twice a week.
That's not bad for being married 10 years, over 10 years.
Mm-hmm. But he wants a little dirtier. He doesn't want to. He doesn't know how to propose it, Terry. But he would like his wife on his own every once in a while when he's about to have a nut-filled moment to, put a little quarter of a finger in the stein or something like that.
Whoa.
I'm sure Mark wants something new and original. He wants something out of the box. He wants something a little spontaneous, right, Mark?
There you go.
They have.
So, Mark, you really want the Steiner? Is that what you're saying?
And his wife has lost her interest in creativity with Mark.
Well,
Have you lost your interest in creativity with her? Are you pulling your end of the bargain or no?
Well, no, it's not like that. It's just more like let's go play, and that's about it. There's nothing much more to that.
Okay, but playing has become pretty basic. You're sticking to the basics when you would like to be a little bit more creative. Is that fair to say or no?
Sure.
Okay,
sure,
now
why not?
my question is, are you pulling your end of the bargain as far as initiating this creativity in your sexual situations in your marriage?
Well, I would think being married 10 years, I have some creativity, but I would be a little more, I guess, reserved to, I guess.
You don't want to offend your wife.
I don't want her thinking I'm dirty and thinking I'm a freak.
Well,
Mark has this internal dirty side that's longing to get out, Terry.
Right.
But he's afraid to just spring it on his wife because he doesn't want to catch her off guard and then have her shocked and packing up and leaving for all he knows.
I find that kind of interesting because
But he's got it locked away, Terry.
Well, you guys have
waiting to burst out.
Have been married for 10 years, and I guess you have some kind of communication as to, hey.
Terry's finding an unhealthy bit of communication or lack thereof happening between you and your wife. You have this.
She should know you pretty well.
Deep, dark secret for dirty, dirty sex, and your wife knows nothing about it. Now, maybe if you told your wife, she would be like, "Oh, I'm so glad we had this conversation. I've been dying for this. I don't have to go to any other guys now."
You just never know. Or else she may say, "Oh, wow, I'm a little shocked. I didn't think that was you at all, your personality."
But after the initial shock is over, she still may.
Yeah, she's still
glide herself into this new, dirtier arena.
Right.
Astro glide.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if his wife won't go dirty, would he take more frequent boring sex? Like 5 times a week of the boring sex?
5 times a week, jeez.
Would you like to increase the number of boring sex sessions that you have with your wife? Yes or no? I get the sense the answer is no. He would like to, if anything...
He'd just like to spice it up a little.
He's willing to go to 1 time a week if it's really nasty and dirty.
Boy.
Well, I think that once a week really nasty and dirty is going to happen right away.
That's right. We brought up 2 scenarios by which his wife may make it a happy ending and him telling her all the thoughts that he's had. Sure. But what if that 1 out of 3 chances comes to fruition? What if he tells his wife in a communication-filled moment, as you call it, that he's dying for something just a little nastier and a little bit more evil, and his wife is completely offended, not sure who she's married to anymore,
I
and
don't even know who you are.
to the point where she is questioning the ability to stay married to this man.
Wow. Ooh.
It's got to be an embarrassing, discouraging moment walking the horse out of the bedroom.
I thought you'd be into this, honey.
Okay, I guess I got to return this.
All right, never mind.
Well, honey, I
So
is
it worth it for Mark to actually unleash this deep, dark secret that he has locked inside if it could end his marriage, Terry? Shouldn't he just never tell her and just keep it all hidden deep in his psyche?
I think that, let's not just spring it on her in some gross, disgusting way.
Okay.
It's
Baby steps. You don't need the horse yet.
Don't bring the horse in right away.
These baby
well,
steps.
No, nothing dirty. Just a little more spice, a little more excitement, a little more, get out of the ordinary rut, I guess.
Out of the ordinary rut of missionary.
Well,
okay, you're on top
stores.
tonight.
Just keep the receipt for the executioner mask.
Terry, you talk about these baby steps and springing this information that he has deep inside on her. These baby steps that you speak of, do you have a videotape you can offer, Mark?
No
Show
video.
him
I don't videotape anything.
I understand, but is there a tutorial that you could give to Mark that tells him how to go about these baby steps?
No, but I'm sure he could go purchase one somewhere.
No, you're not getting me.
PowerPoint presentation.
You're talking about telling her in baby steps. What are the baby steps? How do you baby step the conversation along?
Well, let's say if you know your wife pretty well and she, let's say, buy her a nice negligee or something like that.
What do you want me to be? Who wears this stuff?
Right. I mean,
next you'll want me to wear a wig. I don't know you anymore. I'm getting a divorce.
As he's holding the wig behind his back. No. Never thought of that.
You call
nice new
Terry,
pair
I
of
don't know if
stiletto
that's
heels and hold them on up. And say,
I don't know if that's a baby step. I think that's pretty strong communication and information.
For example,
Steven, do you have baby steps? Because you also spoke of baby steps. What are these baby steps?
Well, I think there's something in between horse and buggy executioner mask than there is before.
All right, Terry brought up all of a sudden surprising her with a new nightie. What do you have?
I mean, I like that idea too, or just maybe.
And I told
do the whole leave a key, or leave an email that says, hey, meet me here at this time, and they could spice it up that way.
Leave a key.
Well,
like a hotel key or something. Send her a key at work.
You guys have kids, right?
Yeah, I have 2.
So you have to deal with that as well.
So they can't just...
it's not like you can
They can't just whisk themselves off to the Silver Cloud Inn like just any old yokel out there, Steven.
Maybe do a nooner or something. That'd spice it up.
Mm-hmm.
Go to work, call her up, pick her up for lunch, and say, oh, honey, we're going for a good old lunch.
They make people that watch kids, too, by the way.
I don't have lunch like that. I don't know. Who do you think I am?
Oh, yes, I love sushi. Oh, we're going to do it? Oh, no, I'm hungry.
You're going to have a nice picnic lunch there at the hotel.
Yeah, you better keep it locked inside there, dude. Never tell. And you better just get used to the fact that you're going to be on top and she's going to be laying there partially moving every once in a while. And that's the way it is.
Partially moving.
Jeez.
All right? Unless you want to try these baby steps that Stephen and Terry have offered you.
Well, maybe it's a start. Maybe I'll give it a try.
All right. Well,
see what happens.
they suggested stealing her away, kidnapping her for lunch, and taking her to a hotel, and then she's a half hour late for work and gets fired. All right. Thanks for the call, and let us know how everything seems to be working out for you in the coming days.
All right, T-Man. Thanks for the advice.
Coming days.
Good luck.
Coming soon.
Yes. You have the living years. You have the coming days.
See, the reason why you didn't
I don't like coming days. What do you think I am?
You don't appreciate the lunchtime rendezvous is because you're done by 10, so there's no lunchtime surprise.
Terry, if I'm in lunchtime rendezvous, it's going to be with some hottie on mine,
Oh, you betcha. Bring in the horse, big boy. We got a live one.
Someone who really appreciates the good old horse.
But he's been married to her. He knows what baby steps she would appreciate.
Yeah, whatever.
Absolutely.
He doesn't know his wife from a hole in the wall. Anyway.
Yeah, start with my name. Doesn't matter.
1-866-663 T-Man is the number to call, and Michelle has dialed that number this morning, Terry. Good morning, Michelle.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
All right, how are you?
I'm good.
What's up?
I was just thinking about your conversation about the ratio of
Women
men
don't
thinking
think.
about versus women.
Mm-hmm.
And it occurs to me that on a regular basis, men in general just don't have as many thoughts as women do.
Oh, so women are
there's
deeper
another
thinkers, and it's
statistic that
easier
says
for
that,
women
like,
to get the thinking job accomplished. So that's the reason that women are surpassing men in their sexual thoughts on a daily basis, because they're just more of the natural thinker.
We are. So if you think about the ratio of how much men actually think in a day, I think they still pretty much think about sex more than women do.
I see.
They definitely talk more.
Well, if men are such creatures that are unable to think, okay, then why are you women spending so much time fantasizing about us, huh?
Yeah.
And
because
how did all
we're
the
not
great
thinking
things...
about your thoughts as much as we say we do.
Uh-huh. You're just thinking about our Johnsons.
Could be.
And where you want to put it. All right. Very good. So you're one of the typical hornballs that Terry talked about. Can't get enough of it, but probably go about your life trying to portray yourself as some good girl. Is that right? That's got to be a very stressful existence,
Go
Terry.
be a horn girl.
Mm-hmm.
Horny girl,
Terry, if
horny
I
girl.
was a woman, I'd be such a whore.
Be a whore.
Yes.
Go, girl.
Who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? Huh, Michelle? Who are you impressing?
I'm trying to be...
You're married?
Yes.
Who are you married to?
My husband.
Oh, well,
that's good.
That's a pretty nice setup.
Yeah, coincidentally.
And how is that working out for you?
It's great.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You sure you're not just clenching your teeth when you say,
I'm
it's
not.
great.
I'm not. It's great. It's only been
that
2.5 years, and 9 months of that he spent in Iraq, so...
I bet
It's still that
and the fact that was the best part of your marriage doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
So you're as in love today as you were at the moment that, I don't know, whatever the best moment was so far.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And strange-looking, handsome men walk by you every day, and you don't even notice.
No, I do. And I tell him about it.
You tell your husband about it. I'm
Yeah,
sure he's
very,
loving
he's
that.
very not a jealous person.
Of course not, until one day he just picks up a hatchet and wipes out you and the entire family.
No.
Terry, these
I don't really
non-jealous
see that happening.
human beings are wired. The way they are built by nature is to have a jealous side to them. So don't give me this crap that your husband isn't the jealous type.
Maybe he's
if he's
not
not the jealous type, that just means he's not showing it. And when you're not showing it, that means you're keeping it buried deep inside. And when you keep anything buried deep inside, Terry, it begins to fester. And when it festers long enough, it then explodes.
Oh, my gosh,
wow,
the big
explosion.
bang.
Where will you be when it explodes, Michelle? Hopefully not around him.
I'm telling you.
All right, he likes to hear about all the good-looking guys you come across every day. Is that right? And all the things that you
No,
thought in your mind you wanted to do.
He makes fun of me. Like, say, for instance, I went out with my little sister and a bunch of girlfriends to the Cheesecake Factory one time.
I
And we
bet
saw
you had a
this
few
waiter
pieces.
that we were just absolutely taken by. And I called him, and I was like, I just saw the hottest guy in the whole world. And he just laughed at me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're so silly. Come home.
He laughed at you saying, hopefully you won't get home too soon before this babe leaves. Anyhow,
Right.
you have another piece of cheesecake, baby. We're almost done.
Yeah. See how hard you're laughing when his little Iraqi kids show up someday.
Whoa.
Let's see how much you laugh then.
Funny.
This is totally off subject. I just had the weirdest realization.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
stuck in I-5 right now, and I realized that where I'm at right now
Yeah.
is where I was, very close to where I was your first day working at Cube. And
Ah,
I happened to be
fascinating.
listening that day.
Wow.
This is
Sure
funny.
you loved me that
I
day.
was like 8 years old, and I had to
Oh, that's nice to know.
Right.
And she's been with us ever since. So wait, how old are you now?
Yeah, how
old
old
are you
are you
now?
now?
You think I've been
I'm
here forever?
21.
Then you weren't 8 years old
No, you weren't.
when my first day was happening.
It was like I was like in third or
You were
fourth
like
grade.
11.
She turned it
No.
on. She's
If
like,
you're-
what's weirder than Skid Inch today?
Whatever. I was in elementary school.
Whatever. No, you weren't.
I
I know how long I've been on the air, okay? I'm not Charlie. I'm not Ty. As much as I dream to be them.
I'm
Good morning,
sure that your
everybody.
grown-up memories a lot.
You know
better
what? Your
than
husband
mine
has to listen to
was.
you, but I don't. Come on.
Yeah. That'd be nice if most girls came with an off switch.
Wouldn't that be great if her husband had the same ability to shut her up like I just did, Terry?
Well, being a military guy, I'm sure he's got tactics.
Yeah, gotta go to Iraq again. They need me.
Yeah.
See you in 9 months.
Right.
Meanwhile, all the while, he's been in Fife.
I know. And an apartment
the
with his
same.
girlfriend.
It is the spot. As a elementary school. Bull crap. I know how long I've been on the air on Cube.
How old did she say she was?
Since she was 21?
21, yeah.
All right, so she was 11.
10 or 11, yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You were in 6th grade.
We've been on 10 years now.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Wow.
And they said we wouldn't last a week.
Here we are.
I think we proved our point.
Yes.
We can go home now.
Someday they're going to catch on.
Right.
What are these guys doing here?
Oh, they're still here. Yeah.
Well, the ratings just came out yesterday, Terry, and not only are we the #1 morning show in our demographic that we target, but in the #1 demographic overall.
Oh, wow.
When you count every listener listening to morning radio, there is no other radio show listened to more than this one. Thank
Wow.
you.
Whoa.
You guys have great taste out there.
You do. Super.
That's called the 12-plus category. 'Cause they don't consider anyone who's under 12 as a person
worthy
that counts.
Oh.
So in the 12-plus category, which means men and women that are 12 years of age and over.
They should have 12 and over clubs.
Oh, wow.
In the 12-plus category, the T-Man in the Morning Show is the #1 show on radio, or just anything on radio. Some people say show on radio. That excludes like newscast. No, anything you could find on radio in this area.
Radio in general.
Yes.
Let's celebrate by going home early.
Yeah.
Okay, have a great day, everybody.
What else is going on in the world, Terrence? What else do you have there, baby?
Oh, my gosh. I got a story out of Toledo, Ohio about a gentleman who was supposed to die by lethal injection.
Oh, geez.
Right?
Yes.
So they start administering the lethal injection when all of a sudden he sits up and says, not working.
Oh, jeez.
It's not working. Something's wrong.
Wow.
And he was right.
Did he kill 2 people before they got it right?
No, actually, that's why he was getting
That'd be kind of
killed.
scary, because they always have witnesses to the execution, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
This guy they put the needle in his arm, in his vein, and then all of a sudden he just like chuckles, sits up and goes, did he say it in this kind of voice? It's not working. You can't kill me. I'd be a little bit scared if I was the person who was giving that lethal injection.
I would
He
too.
bites the nurse right in the neck.
That's what I'm thinking. Did he take out a couple of people before they...
No.
Quick, turn on the electric chair, throw him in!
No. He was being put to death for murdering 2 men back in '84. But what had happened is his vein had collapsed, and the poisons weren't getting into his blood. So they
Why didn't he say anything? He just lay there and I play dead the whole time.
Yeah, then when they go to bury him...
Yeah. Jump out!
Right. Pull like a Hannibal Lecter in the ambulance move. Bite someone's face and run for it.
That'd be great.
Wow.
So they ended up still
putting
him down.
They did end up still putting him down. They found a working vein.
Putting him down. What is he, a horse? He deserves some respect as a mass murderer. Come on, Steven. So they put it in another vein?
Yes.
Did he get another last meal?
It doesn't say here in this story.
I would assume not.
Yeah.
He's already strapped in. Well, let's do this.
Oh, jeez.
It's
How
not
does
good.
this one feel?
Yeah.
So did he tell them because it like hurt or something, or why is he even
No,
telling them?
he said it
Nice
says here
guy.
that
That's
after
just
a few
being-
minutes he just knew something was wrong, so he sat up and said, yo, it's not working.
Because unless you're saying it to be evil, I don't see the point. That'd be the biggest, coolest reason, though. It's not working.
That's great.
I told you, I'll never die.
He does have a quote, as you know, before he died.
Before he died?
Yeah. Besides the "it's not working."
Yes, this is before it's not working.
Yeah,
Yes, his
he
final
said-
thoughts.
His final thoughts were, "Today my life is being taken because of drugs. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword." Because apparently he killed these 2 men
In a drug-filled...
For drug money.
for drug money.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And it was ironic to him that he's going to die due to a drug-type situation.
Yes, and by
Yes,
drugs.
I always love a bit of irony. Okay.
So there you go. But he is now dead.
If only the drugs way back in the day didn't work, Terry. He wouldn't have been in that spot. I had to find better ones. Anyway.
Right. I'm not getting high. Got something stronger?
Mm-hmm.
That's usually how
You've
that
said that a
works.
couple times in your life?
Sounds like it, huh?
Got it.
But how crazy, you're right. The witnesses are like waiting, and they're watching it go in.
I gotta admit, I'd be screaming.
He's
not dying! Let's run!
Yeah, just sit up like the Undertaker.
Where's the emergency exit?
Yeah. That should be a rule that if it doesn't work the first time, you're free.
You're free!
Yeah.
Obviously,
You
the
get out of
Lord
jail
is saying
card.
something there.
You don't get mulligans on the death business.
Right, this isn't like the 4th tee.
Jeez.
This isn't Druid's Glen Golf Course.
Oh my gosh!
That do-over.
Yeah, that's stupid, man.
Get out of jail.
It's like if you
free
survive a
card.
hanging, you get to move on with your life.
Yeah.
Right.
You walk a little weird, but hey, you're alive.
You ever heard of anyone surviving a hanging? I never heard of such a thing.
No.
But if you were to survive a hanging, you should be able to see that as a sign. They put the needle in this guy's vein.
It collapsed.
He didn't die?
Right.
You don't take that as a message?
Not my fault, dude. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm. One needle only.
Got people to kill. See you later. That'd be cool. I've heard of that happening in the electric chair. People didn't die right away.
Well, yeah, with some of those electric chairs that got a little quirks in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're a little primitive.
Saw that on the Green Mile.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Foam coming out of your mouth. It's not working.
Jessica, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
What's up? The fact that she remembers the spot on I-5 when she first heard us is kind of creepy.
That is very strange.
All right. Oh, this is the same spot, T-Man. This is where we first met. It's like the end of Titanic. Jack, this is where we first met. Shut up. Yes, Jessica, go ahead.
Okay, well, I just wanted to talk about the fact that I think you are correct. I think that women are thinking more about sex, and
if you're thinking more, how come you're not masturbating more than men? Because we certainly have cornered the market on that. Oh, you do?
I do.
My fiance will not give it to me.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is?
He is too tired.
Well, if he's too, you better realize that that's only going to get worse when you get married.
And then throw kids into the mix? Whoa.
Yeah, you better be ready for a life of celibacy after you get married. If your husband doesn't, if your fiance doesn't want to give it to you before you get married.
Yeah, throw laziness into the mix. Holy crap.
Throw about 40 pounds into the mix.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not going to get much of it. If you're as horny as you claim you are, you better reevaluate who you're marrying or why you're getting married if you need it a lot. Unless you're just a woman who's dying to have affairs on your husband.
I still love him. If that's not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough. There's got to be more than love.
At least she keeps the affair, mindset open because she didn't deny that.
We still have it, like 3 times a week, but I want it every single day.
So, so you need it every day. So how are you compensating? You're taking matters into your own hands? You're not going out and you're cheating on him too, obviously.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, whatever. No one's cheating out there. No woman is going to come on the air and admit she cheats, Terry.
Well, of course.
No, I try to spice things up.
Right, and if you had some kind of sexual experience outside of you and your fiance over the past 6 months, you'd come right on the air and tell us, right?
Well, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen,
I have never cheated. He has once.
This is very interesting. This is very interesting that you bring up horny ladies this morning, Terry, because that's no surprise to us. But the level of horniness, I didn't know it exceeded men. I knew women were very horny. I knew women thought about sex a lot. I didn't know it exceeded men. But you're telling me today that due to this massive study, that women are exceeding men as far as the thoughts they have that pertain to sex in a given day. Now, if that's the case, women better be prepared to do what they have to do with that horniness, or realize that they're going to have to figure some outlets for that horniness because of high-speed internet, Terry.
Yes.
Men are less interested in sex with their wives or their women less than ever before. All right?
Okay.
We got a lot of avenues to go down now.
Sure you do.
All right?
Yeah, got it.
www.hotasianbabytwinbabysitters.com.
Oh, your favorite.
So I just want to make sure women are aware. You better find some alternatives.
Step it up.
Oh.
I don't know what that means, but step it up.
All right. And this horny babe better realize that, too.
It's a horny lady Wednesday.
Now, what's your MySpace?
What's my MySpace?
Yes.
Jessica?
All right. Keep going.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
How are you looking at my MySpace?
That's what I'm asking you.
We have a computer.
You want my full name or what?
Well, give us a way to search for you.
What?
All right. I was so offended. Put her on hold, yeah. Paige will get it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we don't like to do that.
Text page is staring in my right hand, don't you know?
I see.
That people have text in from 97373, don't you know? People insisting that they're like 22, 23 years old, and they were in elementary school when we first went on the air, Terry. Here's another one. T-Man, I'm 22, and you were on when I was in elementary school. We weren't allowed to listen to your show when I was in 5th grade on the bus. Well, maybe that's close to the timeline, but I'll make it very simple for you, ladies and gentlemen, since you want to press me on this. September 18th, 1995 was day one of this show.
There.
End of speculation.
There you go, right.
September 18th, 1995. You were in elementary school then? Hurrah!
No, because I was listening when the Challenger blew up that day, and you were there.
Oh, there was a new episode of I Love Lucy on.
Right.
Awesome. I remember that day.
Okay, you're right. Okay, the first day was when Moses parted the Red Sea. That was the day that I signed on.
You did a remote from the Red Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. I was sponsored by Noah's Bagels. It was terrific. Anyhow.
Noah's
Let me see what else we have here.
We were refusing to lose in September 18th, 1995.
Yes, we were right in the middle of refusing to lose.
That's right. I refused all September long.
Yes. And then finally we just decided to lose.
Oh,
anyway.
Now we refuse to go.
Right.
Refuse to support.
Terry, do you have any other quick stories on your pile that need to be discussed before I get into these text pages? What do you have there?
This one is out of Southern Illinois, where a high school teacher has been charged with attempted murder after he snapped the neck of one of his students. Apparently, he was a gym teacher.
Oh, wait, hang on. Before you do that, but what we need to let people know is as you're texting right now,
yes,
this is going to be for a limited time only. Bic Shaver, you know that big gift pack we have in my office, Terry, with the golf club and the putter and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Bic Shaver's Bic Comfort 3 Razor prize packs are now available for the first texter that texts the word shave into the program.
Cool.
Because I don't want to keep those prize packs to myself, Terry.
Okay.
It's too good to be true. So the first, you monitor the texting.
So the ones that say shave me don't count.
Just shave.
Okay.
Anything that includes the word shave.
Oh, is it?
If you want to take your chances and write a whole soliloquy that includes the word shave, then go for it.
Okay.
But if it has the word shave, the first text that includes the word shave, the first one, gets a prize pack.
Okay.
Now, what were you saying about some...
Not chafe, but shave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It has to be spelled right.
I was telling you about a 26-year-old gym teacher in Columbia, Illinois, who has been charged with attempted murder for snapping the neck of a female student whom he was having, sexual contact with.
Is that right?
Yes.
Man, how many guys out there have had sexual contact with a woman and wish they could snap their neck?
Wow. Anyway.
I mean, I was just saying in the back of their mind, Terry, not that they would do that, because the little man inside you says, you know what, I may spend some time in jail if I do that. But this guy actually had sex with a student?
Yes, a 17-year-old student.
And then wanted to snap her neck?
Yeah, he kidnapped her, took her into the woods, and used a wrestling technique to break her neck with his forearm. How did he learn this wrestling technique? I'm sure you're asking yourself.
I was asking myself that, Terry.
Well, in the evenings...
He used to be Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the WWF, or what?
No. He is actually at night a wrestler for the South Broadway Athletic Club.
Oh, he was a wrestler.
In St. Louis under the name of The Teacher.
The Teacher.
Yes.
How did he come up with that?
That's great.
And he was having sex with a student how old?
17.
17. And then, in an attempted murder style, tried to snap her neck when she least expected it. When she thought she was just going back for more sexual...
Well, like I said, he kidnapped
fun
her.
and frolics.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe he was trying to portray it as another beautiful, romantic, sexual act. He tries to snap her neck.
No. He kidnapped her, and then 30 hours later, they found her. After her family, of
course. With a half-snapped neck?
They found her in the wood. In the woods. I'm sorry. In the woods.
Glad it wasn't too deep.
I know. In the woods.
One tree.
Right, because when you get deep out there, then it becomes the woods, Terry.
Jeez.
Does the bear poop in the wood?
Right.
No.
Can't say anything wrong, Terry.
I know you can't. Anyway, and they say it was a miracle that she was even alive.
Really?
He did. He snapped her neck.
He snapped her neck, and yet she still survived.
She's in the hospital now in serious condition. And what's sad about it is that when one of her uncles heard what had happened, he actually died of a heart attack.
Oh, jeez. So no one, the family as a whole, didn't get away scot-free here.
No, they didn't.
That wasn't the teacher's intent. That wasn't the family member he had in mind.
Yeah, he's been arrested and charged with attempted first-degree murder and aggravated kidnapping.
Took her in the woods.
Yes.
And snapped. He did snap her neck, but she didn't die.
She did not die. For 30 hours, she's laying there.
And they found her.
They found
with
her.
With a snapped neck alive.
Yes. And like I said, they were like, wow, this is a miracle.
A miracle. And then she turned to the paramedics that were shocked to see her alive, and she said, first I was afraid. I was petrified.
Uh-oh.
Oh, never mind. Anyhow, wow, that's a pretty intense story, Terry.
It is.
You ever see the movie Fear with Marky Mark, where he snaps that dude's neck in the wood?
I did see the movie.
Wood,
I don't recall that scene.
I think it came out September 18th, 1995, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Wow. Yes.
I was
I was on the freeway.
That's right. Don't you remember where you were stuck on I-5, Stephen?
Yeah, it was great.
Did you check it out, Stephen? Are you looking it up right now to see if the movie Fear came out in 95? I think I'm accurate in that.
I think you are, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the process of checking.
Marky Marks in movies.
Can I see the text pages so I can determine who was the first texter to write in the word shave? And he's like, oh, geez, you're making me work.
The person who gets to shave their eyeballs is, I think, the one who should win. So,
Stephen, if you want a prize pack, all you have to do is ask. Wow. I mean, you work here.
Well, but
you're aware of that, right?
I am aware of that, but I've never been offered anything or given anything.
Well, if you ask, instead of beating around the bush,
oh yeah,
maybe you'll be
being beaten.
You'll be walking. Oh, geez, you'll be walking home with a prize pack under your arm as you head to the car today. All right.
I want a prize pack.
You got it.
Oh, wow!
Can't have one.
Wow.
Think so.
I don't ever shave. Can I have one?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So she's alive and she's well and she's...
well, she's in serious condition. She's alive.
Do you want to know the release date of Fear?
Please.
April 12th, 1996.
96, all right. Never mind.
But that's pretty close.
All right, whatever. Anyhow, I don't feel any consolation if you're trying to help me out there, Steve.
No, I thought it was good because it was definitely within the first year of the big program.
How are we doing on the word shave with the texting page?
You have about 40 pages of just shave.
Oh, just give me the one that has the first one.
That's what I gave you.
Oh, you gave me it already?
Yeah, I gave you that.
Oh, all right. Never
You
mind.
asked
Like, I wonder what
and
you
you
were
have
doing,
received.
dude. Jeez, I already gave it to you. Let me get back to solitaire now. Leave me alone.
Call this person back. Give him the good news. Steven has your prize pack.
Woo!
Get to wrestle it away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can have
Do we have a couple of prize packs to give away? or
Hopefully
just
you
one?
won't only snap half his neck.
Oh.
Yeah. You'll finish the job. I'm just playing, Steven. We like your neck. Mm-hmm.
It's got a couple of them.
Oh, it is.
a couple of necks. Chins, I agree with, but...
Hello? Anyone there?
What happens now?
Too busy continually texting the word shave.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Wow.
Why don't you say anything? Don't you say anything when you answer your own phone or what?
Hey, man, nobody was saying nothing back.
You're supposed to talk first when you pick up a ringing phone. You're aware of the process, right?
Oh, yeah, I know how it works.
Usually a phone rings and you start by saying, hello.
Tomorrow you'll break down how to work a TV.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see anything until you turn it on.
God.
So let's try that again. All right.
See if he mastered it. Test number 1.
It'll go
I'm
right.
a pretty good teacher, Terry.
Yeah, you are.
Should be a wrestling man.
But it'll go right to voice. Oh, no, I guess not, because.
Hello?
Ta-da! Hello, who's this?
Hey, you guys are hard to hear.
Oh, geez. How are you?
Good. How are you?
You were the first person amongst 40 pages of the word shave to text in.
What can I say? I'm a quick texter.
You're fast. Texter, quick on the draw. Who are you?
Quick thumb.
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah.
When you throw an before your first name, Terry, is he? Because we're going to need your real name. You won some very valuable prize here at the radio station, and if you're giving us a fake name, we're going to have to pass it on to somebody else.
Oh, no, it's Dylan without the
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And Dylan, tell me about
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm 22. I'm a Virgo.
Oh, this 22-year-olds.
No, we're not hitting on you, dude.
Doing the
Yes.
online thing.
What's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink?
Yes.
Washington apples.
Mm-hmm. And what's your social status, Dylan? Are you involved with anyone? I mean, does your
No.
girlfriend get to spread it around her office today that her boyfriend won a big prize pack or what?
At the current moment, I'm single.
You're a single man. Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
So what do you do on a typical weekend there, Dylan? What do you got
This
planned? Yeah, what do you got planned for the big weekend to be in a couple of days?
Actually, I'm planning on hitting the bars for Cinco de Mayo.
Aha, that's right.
I'll be on Wenatchee for that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're not going to be going into Cinco de Mayo without your big prize pack.
Clean.
Now, why the big prize pack includes a golf club in it, Terry? I don't know the connection, but it does.
Right.
Guys like golf.
Yeah.
All right.
You did provide us entertainment yesterday.
Yes, it did.
Did you guys use it
We were
yesterday?
putting all through the hallways yesterday, Terry.
It's a used prize shack,
You see what you're
Dylan,
missing
but
out on when you
okay.
leave so quick after the show?
Things to do.
You're
people
missing
to
out on us
see.
playing with our putts.
Wow.
Right.
Well, I see that all day long.
Okay.
Grab the shaft and swing.
Whoa.
Okay, hang on, Dylan.
Missed that part.
Yeah, right.
Tasty's Big Bertha back there.
Oh, jeez. Big Bertha wants to say hello.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Did I hang up on him?
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
We have his number. We can call him
Let's
back.
try it again.
He's mastered hello. We got to reinforce it.
You trying to kill my action, dude?
Mm-hmm.
The T-Man. Shelly.
Mm-hmm. Text pages, Terry.
Yeah.
Most of them say shave, but I'll go back to 8:52 and 53 seconds. Somebody writes, Daddy. We all know who Daddy is. She puts in parentheses, my fantasy is to fulfill your fantasy. Whatever that is. Let's make it happen. Sign Renee.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Tell me when the
That's-
point comes when I have to call the authorities, Terry.
That's the 1 in 3, right? One of the 3, right?
One of the 3, that's right. It's good to have 3.
Yeah, I guess so.
8:40 and 23 seconds. Women think about sex more than men due to lack of satisfaction.
I said that.
You did mention that, yes.
I did.
Mm-hmm. 8:38 and 8 seconds. I would love to see more women sex offenders. Signed, Jonah.
Jonah.
8:36 and 44 seconds. T-Man, thanks for the Xbox 360 I won and picked up yesterday at the station. By the way, Stephanie at your front desk has a nice purple flower on her tit that I fantasized about before I fell asleep last night.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's certainly information that if, Terry, I'm sitting at the front desk, I would want to know about that text. Now, I'm asking you as a woman, do you, let's say you're the front desk worker, and you're this
hold
close,
on.
Terry.
Well, I did one day.
Oh,
I
did.
said I was hanging out, and I go, can I answer the phone?
Yeah, I'm sure they really thought that was funny. Anyhow,
I transferred
you're
and
making fun of their job.
everything.
If you were a front desk worker, you're the
Yes.
front desk worker.
I am.
Some listener is standing at the front desk waiting for their prize, and little do you know, or maybe you do know, maybe you love it. Regardless, they're staring at your tit
Right.
that's exposed
Right.
to such a degree that at least they can get a nice little gaze of it.
Sure.
Do you want to know? Do you want me to call you at the front desk live and in color on the air here, Terry, and tell you about this text so you can reevaluate or make decisions in the future about your work wardrobe with that information in mind, or no? Would you rather me just sweep it under the carpet? Who are you as a front desk worker?
I think that as a front desk worker, I would like to know.
Really?
Yeah, because
I'll tell you this.
maybe I do need to assess what I am wearing to work.
And the reality is she may love it, and that's
She
fine.
may. She may.
But if I'm at the front desk and my dick's hanging out, Terry, I want someone to tell me. Okay.
You want the person who is standing there at the front desk?
And the reality is I probably love it. But I still want to know if other people are noticing.
Right.
Well, she's got to love it, though. I mean, why would she wear that stuff?
Well, I don't think she's wearing anything that's necessarily that risque or revealing. It's just an outfit that still, regardless of it being conservative or non-conservative, it's enough that listeners are able to come in and gawk at her breasts.
Right. It's
And her
gawking material.
And she does have a purple flower on her breast.
Yes. Yes.
So this guy has some information that is valid.
Yes.
She's not going to say, oh, I don't have a tattoo on my breast.
No,
I'm not
no,
going to
she
be wasting
does.
time
She'll look
here.
down. What? Where did that come from?
I don't have time to waste on this program, as you know.
No, I know that.
So you have verified, Terry?
Yeah, I know she
Oh,
does.
Terry's love.
Oh, yeah.
I'm leered.
They're like, Terry, you don't have an Xbox. Get the hell out of here. Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to look.
You can't not notice, though, really.
Really? You've seen it too, Stephen.
Oh, Stephen has
I didn't
noticed.
know.
Yeah.
I didn't know she had a purple flower on her boobie.
I've never seen that tattoo on her left boob.
So you've
I thought you
all
talked
seen
about
it,
it
but not me.
Of course. Love it. It's the only reason I come to work.
Oh, jeez.
The
That
tab.
is a nice fringe benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give up health care for that.
But then you leave at 10:15. See you once. Okay, I'm out.
All right, so I should call her, is what you're saying. I wanted a woman's opinion, Terry. I should call her and let her know. Should I read the text verbatim to her, Terry?
Yes. Let her know.
So she has
what,
an idea of what listeners, sniveling, drooling listeners are thinking.
Yes.
You should also tell her about your wiener hanging out at the front desk. It's a great analogy. It really works.
Okay, I will.
The UPS guy talks about your package. What can Brown do for you? You should probably put it away.
Yeah, when UPS comes in.
Yeah, if you ask that question, I am putting it away. Oh, I'm putting it away, all right.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Vinny's tattoo, is it?
I'm calling the front desk.
Vinny has nice boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're close today.
I love it when it goes to voicemail.
It's Trace DeMaio.
Good morning, Clear Channel.
Is this Stephanie?
Yes, this is
Hey,
Stephanie.
T-Man here. How you doing, baby?
Good, how are you?
We're live on the air. Now, I got a text page sent to the program here that I was wondering if you're interested in hearing about. Now, we are on the air. You can say, T-Man, I want nothing to do with your nickel and dime show there. Get me the hell off, and don't even look at me when you walk by the front desk. If that's something you want to say, then we can cut this off right here.
I'm interested.
It's a text page that pertains to you. Whoa. Now, you're going to have to stop answering all the ringing phones. Trust me, business won't suffer.
And it'll go to voicemail anyway.
And you're going to have to give me your full attention. Because
Yes, you have it.
now, just to give you all the information before you make your decision as to whether you want to hear it, this is a text page that pertains to you of a sexual fashion.
Oh, wow.
My what?
This is a text page that was sent to the morning show here. That pertains to you. Of a sexual nature.
Oh, okay.
It involves a listener who came down to pick up a prize yesterday, and he got more than he bargained for.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about if you want to hear about it. Now, I'm asking you, I'm saying if you're going to be embarrassed by this, I don't want to put you in that position.
No, I'm interested.
You're interested. You want to hear about it?
Yes, I want to hear
I got
about
a text page at 8:36 and 44 seconds that reads as follows.
Okay.
And I'm telling you this because I asked Terry if she'd want to know if she was at the front desk in your position, and she said, yes, I would absolutely want to know.
Okay.
Now, Stephanie, I don't think you're really going to care because I know you a little bit, and I think, isn't she taking classes to become a clown?
I heard something like that.
Yes,
Didn't I hear that about you?
Today.
You're taking clown classes.
Class today.
I don't know who gives clown classes. I don't want to know, Terry. But she's taking classes. If you think that front desk workers are only aspiration, you thought wrong. No. She wants to be a clown.
Say hi to the president.
I'm a really good clown.
Right.
Are you?
Yeah.
She's taking classes to become a clown.
Wow, if you need a clown for a birthday party, we'll just ask Stephanie.
You're kind of skinny to be a clown. You better fill out a little, baby. But anyway, I hear she had to pay like $2 to get $2 at a lab fee to get a red nose.
Yes.
And don't even ask her how much the floppy shoes cost her.
We don't get floppy shoes.
Oh, well, you can dare to dream. Anyhow.
So passe.
You got the red nose, though. Is that right?
Yeah,
oh, you're halfway there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so given that personality trait of hers, she's dying to become a clown.
Right.
You always want to hire the clown for your birthday that has the purple rose on her tit.
Right.
Given that she wants to be a clown, this is probably not going to bother her that much.
Okay.
All right, the text page reads as follows. 8:36 and 44 seconds. T-Man, it's not funny yet. It's not funny yet. Stop laughing. Stop laughing.
Okay,
it's not funny.
Sorry.
Oh, when I say 8:36 and 44 seconds, I crack up too, but I try to hold it. 8:36 and 44 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's better. T-Man, that's not funny yet.
Okay.
T-Man, thanks for the Xbox 360 I won and picked up yesterday at the station. Nothing wrong with that. But then he goes on. By the way, Stephanie has a nice purple flower. Mm-hmm. Stephanie at your front desk has a nice purple flower on her tit that I fantasized about before I fell asleep last night. Now, this is written by a text pager out there in the listening audience who apparently was able to see your situation through your, what I imagine was very professional attire, Terry, at the front desk yesterday.
Sure.
And yet, lo and behold, while he was waiting for his Xbox 360, he's staring at your left bosom. Now, is this something you care about? Is this something you need to know to evaluate any future outfits that you may or may not wear? Do you take this, you laugh it off, and never think about it again? The thought of some drooling listener at the front desk having fantasies over you as he's falling himself to sleep at night, does that bother you? Where do you fall in on this?
She wants his number.
Doesn't bother me that much. I don't think I wore something that was that provocative.
No, she doesn't strike me as an unprofessional worker, Terry.
All right.
She strikes me as a professional worker, but
I do realize that it detracts a lot of attention.
Well, so maybe you need to, get more professional attire that won't, that may cover it a little bit more and be a little.
What is she supposed to lock it up to the top of her neck, Terry?
Well, no,
she's supposed to button it up to the chin.
Paid a lot of money for it. She wants people to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but a question is, some may say it may not be professional to display it as such.
I don't think she's putting it on a platter, Terry. Now, I would say this, and I said this before. I'm telling you this because I thought you should know to do with it as you please. You can just never think about it again. I was saying on the air that if I was at the front desk and I was doing your job and my dick was out, I would want to know. I want someone to come up to me and say, T-Man, this is the situation. You should be aware of it. Yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
But it doesn't strike me, Terry, at all that Stephanie wears attire at the front desk that would strike you as unprofessional, especially when the person who relieves her at the front desk has a shirt that has an arrow pointing up that says the man and an arrow pointing down that says the legend.
Oh, okay, that's true. You're right.
Yeah, if you're going to talk about me, I think I could cover up the tattoo a bit. But I think it's radio. I didn't realize it was that big of a deal.
Well, and now you've been made aware of.
Well, I just want you to be aware, not that it's a big deal, but that listeners are honing in on it as they're waiting and hoping it takes a long while for their prize to show up at the front desk.
Right.
They're hoping that Anna, the promotions director, is out to lunch so they can sit up there for an hour looking at your purple, what is it, a rose?
I don't know. What kind
purple
of flower?
rose?
It's like a lily iris hybrid.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's purple.
Does it have a long stem?
Yes.
A couple of thorns here and there?
No, because that's a rose, and it's not rose. It has some leaves.
Some leaves, that's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They spread out.
It's all part of winning, though, when you win with us.
Yes. That should be reason to participate in the Cube 93 contest more than any other contest in the world.
Right,
you come pick up your prize, and Vinny's at the desk. Oh.
When is Stephanie getting back? I'll come back.
So, Stephanie, I'm curious. As far as you can tell, for the days to come in the future, do you change anything as far as getting ready for work or no?
I might
no,
be a little bit more conscious.
Really?
About it now.
Wow.
Well, I don't think you should take one text page that seriously, even though everyone else is thinking
I'm
it.
not taking it that seriously, but if other people are going to take it so seriously, we're going to think
I think
about
you
it all the
should
time.
look back. You should catch the guy staring at your boob, look at him and say, hey, I'm going to be a clown. Leave me alone. What do you want from me?
I know I'm going to be a clown.
So Sue's okay with your tattooed boob?
What, clowns?
What?
Sue, the controller, Stephen wants to know, is she okay with your tattooed boob?
I think
Are you kidding? Sue was staring at it all through the interview.
This girl's got to work here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she likes it.
Yes.
She's thinking of getting one?
I don't think she's going to get the exact same one, but maybe something similar.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Right. Now,
right across
that'd be great.
How low does the flower go on your chest?
It goes, it kind of wraps around.
Oh.
Like the
Yeah.
stem goes down and it kind of
Yeah, mine too.
wraps.
Right.
Can T-Man pick the flower?
How much do you think that this listener was able to see? Did he see all of it? 50%?
No, I think he just saw
20%?
No, I think he saw just the flower part.
Just the tip?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He saw just the flower. He didn't see how low the stem went, if you
No,
will.
he didn't see. No one really gets to see the stem or the petal.
Don't say no one.
You got to have a subscription. Anyhow. Wow. Well, I just thought that you would want to know, and apparently you said you wanted to know, so now you know.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
That was great.
Oh,
Appreciate
it's
that.
good for me, too.
Yeah.
So you're at the front desk right now, is that right?
Yes, I'm at the front desk.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute.
Okay.
Yes. I got a flower for you, too.
Okay.
Does it have a long stem?
Oh, my gosh.
The longest.
I mean, not only does listener say he was looking at it, Terry,
Right. He
but then gives the
fantasized about
indication that he, in his mind, soiled her flower.
I know.
That always helps you sleep better.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe she's flattered by it,
Yeah.
Are you flattered?
Yeah.
It's hard to get a read on you and how you're taking in this information.
No, yeah, I'm flattered.
Really?
Yeah. I'm very flattered, yes.
Do you know who this listener may have been?
Yeah,
Is he
I remember him. I
You
remember
do?
him yesterday.
Was he a good-looking?
Handsome man, or
No. You know,
let's say he was just creepy and ugly. Is that still flattering or no?
well, it's still flattering, to have...
Just not as flattering.
But I mean, I wouldn't, return the favors.
You wouldn't return the favor
Yeah,
and
I
stare at
wouldn't
the flower on
return,
his breast?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Right.
If he came back into the
He
office
starts
and
undoing his shirt just by coincidence. I have one right here.
Let's match
She's
up
only into fat
stems.
guys that wear shorts and beanie caps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Sure she is.
Stephanie M. Happy to give you the information.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. See you at clown class later.
Oh, awesome.
Take care.
Yes,
don't forget your nose.
There she is. Oh, I don't forget my nose, Terry.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
It always knows.
That's right.
The T-Man. Spin the